Mattel Electronics presents the Intellivision Gamer.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Intellivision Show, episode 78. I'm your host, the Intellivision Gamer. Today we have a couple cool things for you guys. First, we're going to have Tim Lindner to come on and talk about Lumacode and television consoles. And then after that, we're going to head into a panel discussion. We're going to talk about not our old-time favorites, but our current, what we're doing right now, enjoying top 5 Intellivision homebrews. We're going to go around and each talk about our 5th, then 4th, and get down to 1. Some of us who are set up to play the games are going to show a couple of our top 5, and that's always a fun discussion to talk about our favorite games at the moment. Of course, that's going to change as new games come out. You kind of get tired of playing the same ones. You know, it's just something fun to do and talk about what I'm playing right now. And I've got a few that I've been playing every chance I get, and I'm really enjoying them. So we're all going to talk about that. At the end of it, however long that takes, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the show, and we'll go from there. If I have any time left, forgot to turn off my phone. If I've got any time left, I will do some homebrew gameplay, but something tells me we are going to have a longer show tonight. So, all right, guys. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. You can find me on Facebook, AtariAge, Instagram, Discord, and my email. All links are in the description of every video. So let's go ahead and welcome everyone in chat, and then we'll get started with Tim. Benville was first again, almost like every week. Good to see you. Hit the likes, he says. Top 5 Intellivision homebrews, not all time, just what we're playing right now. And if anyone wants to throw in their top 5 as we're going through it later in the show, we'll definitely throw those up. So get your top 5 homebrews that our favorites right now, and we'll do that. Code, what's going on? Hello from Georgia, USA. Jesse, Ivory Tower Collections. Evening, sir. Good to see you. Michael Doherty's here as well. Greetings, Michael. Kurt Bradshaw, the big up-and-coming super collector of all things homebrew. Salvatore, what's going on? Good evening to everyone. Salvatore's a horse racing live champs champ. Pierre, welcome, Pierre. Saying hello to everyone. Off-Grid Arcade, welcome. Good to see you here. Anthony, what's going on, Anthony? All right, that's everyone in here right now. We're going to have a special guest, Tim Lindner, come on, and he would like to talk to us about Lumacode. So let's go ahead and bring him on. What's going on, Tim?
Hi, Casey. How you doing?
First off, for anyone that doesn't know who you are, tell us about your channel and what you guys do, and then we'll go from there.
Well, about 3 years ago, my sister and I started a YouTube channel because she saw all these game systems that I have, and she said, why don't we do a show where we play games with each other? And I went, that is an excellent idea. And so what we would do is every Friday we had a routine where we would walk down the street to a local bar called McCool's, and then when we got back, we would record and post a show.
I don't think I've heard the bar part before.
Yeah. Then we started getting serious. We started getting green screens. We started showing our face on camera. Started switching up between the many systems that I have. And then our schedules changed so that we couldn't do the Friday recording anymore. And so we banked episodes by recording quite a few of them over a weekend.
So that makes it quite interesting because that part I knew recently. So when you guys record several episodes, you're having drinks each one. So if you look close, you can kind of tell when an episode was early in the day or later in the day, right?
Absolutely.
I know I sub. I watch all the time. I don't have a link to throw up, but Sibling Rivalry, if you guys haven't already subbed, definitely go check them out and give them a sub. But you wanted to come on, not to talk about your channel, but we always got to give it a plug. But you wanted to come on and talk about Lumacode and Intellivision. So why don't I just give you the floor? And
Okay, I wanted to talk about Lumacode and the RGB to HDMI project.
I'm trying to get it here. Sorry. Which one is it?
You're giving me.
Sorry, I always forget when I do this one, so I got to give you the spotlight.
All right, so we're talking about both the Lumacode project and the RGB to HDMI project. They're separate. The work that oh man, what's his name? Oh,
on the spot.
The work that Copper Dragon has done on Lumacode isn't specific to the RGB to HDMI. I believe there are other HDMI options that also accept Lumacode. But I'm going to start with the point of why I wanted to talk about this. You do not need to go Lumacode to get HDMI out of an Intellivision. It is just one of the options. And I want to talk about the RGB to HDMI project, how it can be used with and without Lumacode, and I'm going from there. So we are going to start my presentation. This is just my ability to change my camera. All right. How does that look?
I can see it well.
Nice and clear?
I think so. Do you guys see it clear? I do.
This is an RGB to HDMI board. This plugs into a Raspberry Pi, and all it is a very fast digitizer that talks to the RGB to HDMI to the Raspberry Pi's HDMI video out. This device that we're looking at right here, if I look at my prices, over on the Retro Hack Shack, which is where I get my devices, this is currently listed at $55. This needs to be paired with a Raspberry Pi. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero. This is the cheapest Raspberry Pi that will work with that device. This is a computer. This is a full computer. Linux has been ported to it. You plug in a keyboard and a monitor, and you can do all the web browsing and stuff that you want. It's more than powerful to run an Intellivision emulation. But when paired with the RGB to HDMI, and these, since they make many more of these start at about $16. So when paired with the RGB to HDMI, you get a very flexible video capturing system. The input is here on the bottom of the what's called the hat. There's the video input from the machine in question, not just an Intellivision, comes into this port. And you'll see that it's rather kind of interestingly designed. When the two are brought together, you can see that the input is really hidden in there. And so to combat that, and that's because when this was first imagined, it was imagined to be so cheap that you would put it inside the machine that you would want HDMI out to come out of. And because you wouldn't need access to this.
Bring it back just a little bit towards you. There you go.
Because you wouldn't need access to this this port here on the bottom. But I don't use mine that way. I use mine externally from the devices because I reuse these devices for pretty much all of my retro gaming. And so to help with that, they came out with this thing called the 12-bit extender. And this plugs into the RGB to HDMI. And then the two get married into the Raspberry Pi. Boom. So what I have here is basically a usable product to feed digital signals into the RGB to HDMI and get HDMI out through this mini HDMI port right here. But this only deals with analog. Now, fortunately, the Intellivision is an analog. This only deals with digital. And fortunately, the Intellivision is a digital device that really works well with this. Inside the Intellivision, what I believe is the stick produces a digital signal of the video of the game screen. It's not encoded in RF. It's not composite. It is a pixel value and then sync values for the horizontal and vertical sync. This goes over to the color processor, which I believe is this chip right here. So to connect these two devices, you hook up a ribbon cable to the bottom of the device, and then you can plug the Intellivision into the RGB to HDMI, and you will get an HDMI perfect signal out of the Intellivision. Now, Casey, you may have been wondering, I haven't mentioned Lumacode at all, because what I've shown you doesn't require Lumacode at all. Do you have any questions so far, Casey? I'm going to use you as my audience.
I'm understanding what you're saying, but I don't have any knowledge. I have 2 Lumacode consoles behind me, but I have yet to try one.
So now let's talk about Lumacode and what Lumacode is. The man named Copper Dragon had a problem a few years ago. He wanted to hook up a Commodore 64 to the RGB to HDMI to get HDMI output. And the problem is that the digital signal for the video generation inside a Commodore 64 is completely done inside of a chip. On the Intellivision, we're lucky that we can tap some signals between the device that creates the video display and the device that converts it into a composite signal, if I'm remembering correctly. But on a Commodore 64, it didn't. So he wanted to do something different. This is my other RGB to HDMI. This is a Raspberry Pi, and they developed this board for a different set of computers. This is what's called the analog board.
It's clear.
This goes for about $40 on Retro Hack Shack right now. The really cool thing about this board is that it accepts analog signals. This board did not solve the problem with the Commodore 64. This board solved problems like with my Coco. The color computer has a limited palette, and it can be decoded by the limited functionality of these analog to digital comparators. So this is the board that I use with my Cocos. To build it up, you build it up exactly the same way as you would with the It's a little tricky to get plugged in properly. So that's the RGB analog board connected to the RGB to HDMI. And then we plug you plug that into the Raspberry Pi. This is what you need if you want to go down the Lumacode path, because Lumacode converted the Commodore video signal into analog voltage steps that this device can decode. It was interesting because he was able to create his own protocol to encode the Commodore video and get it into this device. He creates these things called PP digitizers. I actually have a Lumacode digitizer. This is a PPU digitizer. This is what's used inside of a Nintendo Entertainment System. So inside of a Nintendo, you would take this board and solder it to the bottom of the board inside a Nintendo, and specifically the PPU chip. And then out of these two pads right here, that pad and that pad, is a 2-wire interface called Lumacode. And he sells boards like this for many different machines. And one of the machines is Intellivision. It looks very similar to this, and it solders to the bottom of the stick chip. There's 2 wires coming out, and those 2 wires go to a phono plug, and then that plugs in to an analog RGB to HDMI. And then the video out through the HDMI right there. That's how the Lumacode version works. So my point is that the cheaper solution does not revolve around Lumacode. But if you have Lumacode in all of your devices, it's certainly a lot easier to choose Lumacode, because then you're connecting all of your older systems the same way to your HDMI monitors. That's basically, that's what I wanted to say.
So is there a different time when you would use one way versus the other, or?
Yes. If I had multiple systems, if I had one system that I wanted to hook up to a HDMI machine, I would put the RGB to HDMI inside of the machine, and an HDMI port would be sticking out on the side of the machine. If I wanted to reuse this for multiple configurations, then and all of those different machines supported Lumacode, it's actually pretty convenient to have one way to hook up to this device.
I'm definitely like Jesse told me, too bad you hadn't already tried your Lumacode console before this show. And I'm like, I wanted to, but I was literally gone all weekend. But this is the unit that I have. The little box has an enclosure, but it's the same stuff inside, I believe.
Yeah, it's the same thing inside. Boards. It's an RGB to HDMI with an analog board inside. Oh, and I should also mention that the digitizer that you put inside your Intellivision that looks a lot like this is $25. And what it does is it converts the digital signal to analog so that it could be fed into an RGB to HDMI. But again, not to belabor the point too much, is it's unnecessary in the Intellivision because we have access to the digital signals, and a plain RGB to HDMI is perfectly capable of decoding those signals. And that's what you'll be seeing when we switch over to gameplay for my system.
Jesse's asking, what about whenever you have to adjust the settings on a display-by-display basis? Do you adjust it, or are you just kind of where it's at?
So in my system, when I'm switching systems all the time, there's an on-screen menu that lets you switch between the different systems. It's really intuitive. And in the worst case, it takes about 14 seconds to reboot with the new settings. And in the best case, it's instant. And that's something you wouldn't have to do if you decided to put these devices on the inside of your machine. And there's certainly plenty of room to do that inside an Intellivision. But they're getting kind of pricey these days, so I decided to keep them on the outside and use them with all my different retro gaming gear.
One more follow-up question. He says, but if you have the RGB to HDMI inside the system, how do you access that menu?
Oh, usually there's some way of pushing the buttons through holes or something. That's usually what people, that's another reason why you wouldn't put it inside the system, because the buttons are easier to push when they're on the outside.
Okay.
Oh, and I also should mention that there's now an analog capture board for the RGB to HDMI. So this is awesome. This came out within the last few months. And this solders onto the RGB to HDMI board and lets you insert game audio into the HDMI stream, which is cool.
William is asking, he was late, and to restate what the device does, it's to give your Intellivision consoles HDMI out, basically, right?
Right. So you can get HDMI out with as little as a Raspberry Pi Zero, an RGB to HDMI, and a piece of wire to connect the Intellivision to the HDMI.
Okay.
And if you wanted to go the Lumacode route, you would have to get the analog board, the Lumacode board, and the Lunacode board.
Jesse's saying, I have to change sampling phase and geometry when I use my systems on different displays. Yes, that's what I have installed in all of the RGB to HDMI boxes. He's talking about that piece you held up, maybe?
Maybe. I've never had to worry about changing those kind of settings, and they should all be able to be. Actually, one of the really cool things about the RGB to HDMI is it's completely configurable in a text file, and the things he changes from system to system should be able to be placed in that preferences text file. And then it just becomes a matter of choosing the device you want to use it with without having to make adjustments.
Mike's Gaming Gala says, a piece of wire, where the hell will I get that?
Well, you buy it from Copper Dragon, because he makes these fantastic cables.
All right. Does anyone else have any questions before we move on to our top 5 current homebrew? We'll give you guys a second. Mike says, I already have a fantastic cable.
Does he now?
If anyone has any questions for Tim and what he's talked about, let me know.
Also, I'm sticking around for the next segment.
Yes, we're going to have, and I wanted to reach out to Retro Bliss, Phil. I know you had surgery, and I hope you're doing well, buddy. If you're still here, please let us know how you're doing, recovery. I know it's going to take a while, but I hope all went well, and we're all definitely thinking about you that know you, buddy. thank you. There's a great set of people. We all have our own part, and there's so many people that go into everything that comes out. It's a great small community. It's a great big small community. Yes. Jesse, Ivory Tower Collections. If you don't do things yourself, you can reach out to him. He does Lumacode, and I can't really speak to everything because I'm not well versed on like the technical stuff. But IRGeek, thank you, sir. Gifted 5 memberships. I appreciate that. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. We'll welcome on our next guest. One of us isn't here yet. We're still a couple minutes early, but we'll bring on Mike's Gaming Gala. You ready, Mike? All right, welcome, Mike.
Hello.
Just wanted to make sure like you weren't talking, thinking you're on mute, and I pop you on.
Oh yeah, I was sitting there just being like, "Oh, Tim cut his hair. He doesn't have his luscious mane anymore."
It's
I was
already
just
growing
bad
out.
mouthing Tim the whole time backstage, so no, it's all right.
Yes, if you haven't seen Rev, he cut his hair. It's already growing out pretty good though.
I
Not
liked
Rev,
him with
Tim.
short hair. I liked him with short hair.
Tim likes Tim with short hair.
Camo Ducky says, I'm looking for the SD image for the Ultimate Intellivision flashback. I tried getting mine out long ago. It was like glued in. I don't know what they did, but I couldn't get mine out. Phil says, doing good so far. Sore, though.
Yeah, so he, I could give you a little, I mean, it's not like I've been talking to him the whole time, but surgery was a success. He let us know, and he sent us a very graphic picture, which I won't share with anybody. Yeah, okay.
I won't throw that up.
He, yeah, like he says, the surgery went well. He's doing good, but now he has to make sure he doesn't botch it by trying to rush the recovery.
Yes, I told him my father did that twice. Multiple surgeries because he thought, I'm feeling good. I'm just going to do whatever I want now. And boom, back he went. I said, don't be my dad. Jesse says, I do have profiles in place, but my television profile still requires changes when I move from my lab TV to my game room TV as an example because of differences in how the HDMI is being picked up. Let me see if we got Chucky. DJC is supposed to join us too, and he still has a couple minutes, so we'll just kind of get through this and see if he pops in here. IRGeek, he's got great hair. Wish I still had rock and roll hair. Cyrus, what's going on, sir? Good to see you. Thank you, Tim, for all the info about those devices. Very cool. Mike is on. Show us your tits.
That is a response to, I was typing very graphic things in the show's chat yesterday on behalf of William sorry, I'm mixing up my thing, of Retro Bliss. So because Retro Bliss, obviously his shoulder, he couldn't type very fast. So I was typing all the vulgar stuff he was saying in chat yesterday.
What's up, Chuck?
What's happening?
I normally will as well, as long as it's not in the first few minutes. It doesn't bother me. William says, I'm wearing Tim's sister's t-shirt right now. You talking about one of the controller shirts, William? I love those things.
He would be.
Yeah.
I meant to put on my orange Sibling Rivalry shirt, but I wore it like 2 days ago. It's in the wash.
I was going to wear mine since Tim was going to be on, but I thought you might be doing it too, and I didn't want the whole twinsy thing.
Yeah, we don't want twinsy.
Let me catch up here, and then we'll get started. It's right now 5:30. Benville says, Bliss had surgery. I hope you have smooth recovery. So far, so good.
Yes, it was a shoulder replacement.
Laundry day, IRGeek says.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've talked about Lumacode. Tim wanted to come share. Now we're all four going to go over not our favorite all-time games, but we're going to talk about our top 5 Intellivision homebrews that we are playing right now, what we're going to right now. So I'm just going to start with top right, and then we'll just go clockwise, and we'll start at number 5, and we'll go to number 1. And if anyone wants to play a couple of theirs, that would be great. If you want to play, show it off. If you can't, that's fine too. We can show some of ours. Mostly just discussion. It's fun. It's a fun thing to talk about your favorite games. So, is everyone ready with their top 5?
I am ready.
Timmy, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Timmy.
Number 5 for Tim.
I have a question. I have a question for Mike.
Uh-oh.
Mike, are you allergic to ferrets?
No. I'm not allergic to. I have a very slight grass allergy. It's not as bad as it used to be.
All right. Now, are you allergic to taking a ferret back to Canada?
Uh-oh.
I think that's not legal.
I haven't held a ferret in like close to 40 years.
As a lot of you know, Mike's going to be staying at my house for PRGE, and I just want you to be prepared. With ferrets? No, you're sharing a room next to ferrets.
Oh, that's okay.
Are they? I think they're still illegal here in California. They have been. When I was a kid, my uncle had them, and I remember him saying that they weren't legal to have. Or no, he was in Washington, but we were from here. They said they're not even legal to keep.
Yeah, I don't believe they're legal in California either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're legal up here in Canada. I think it's a whole smuggling one onto an airplane that is the issue with me bringing one back.
That might not end well.
Well, you don't have to snuggle it. You just declare it.
I don't think it works that way.
Code says ferret named Frank Burns.
I can't bring grains across the border. I think they'd have an issue with the ferret.
William says, "Don't let the ferrets eat your face, Mike."
I'll try not to.
There will be a lot of ferret time for you, Mike, coming this fall.
Ferret time.
Alrighty.
All right, Tim, your top 5. Tell us what it is and anything you want to tell us about.
Do we just do 5, or are we doing
we're just going to do number 5.
No, we're just doing 5, going around, and then we'll go to 4.
Right. Okay. All right. Here's my favorite homebrew game.
The IntelliCart. Well, for all
the
the
IntelliCart. It's any game you want over a serial connection. Oh, it's fantastic.
I have not used that in many, many years. I have some over there, of course, because I collected, but I saw that. That's the same box you had at PRG, right?
Yeah, I made that box myself. So
I remember. I think you showed me that the first time. Oh, and you have 002.
I have 02.
I used to have. I got it from the man himself. I had number 1 because he sold his personal, and then sadly I sold it years ago.
Well, I miss Chad Shell. He was always a fun hang.
I think Tim has already cheated. That's not a homebrew game. That's a collection of. It's a multi-card. It's whatever the heck you want to put on it.
I'm sorry. Did I not understand the rules?
Yeah, you cheated already.
As long as when number 4
just
comes
like
around,
you do. AJ accuses you of cheating all the time. I've now seen it firsthand.
As long as when
I think
4
I'm
comes
fine.
around, he doesn't show us that again.
I think I'm fine. We should move on.
All right, Mike. What's your 5th?
My number 5 is Castle of Death.
Ooh.
And again, these are not my top 5 of all time. It's a top 5 that I've played recently and I'm continuing to play. Castle of Death was a ROM that was gifted to me to play live by Casey. And his challenge was, I want to see you play it your first time live on stream and see how many times you die. And he bet me $10 that I couldn't beat his first time playing. And I kicked his sorry butt for first time playing. And then my chat
that was good.
And then my chat made me so I won my $10 there. And then my chat made me play it on hard mode. And after like 3 levels, I was like, okay, I'm done with this. And my chat kept goading me on. So I beat it on hard mode. That time I had like 140 deaths. It's a lot harder in hard mode. Since then, I've had a 0 death run on normal mode, and I've had a 18 death run on fast mode. I haven't played it again since, because the reason I had an 18 death on fast mode was because Casey kept trying to beat me. And he finally came back. Are you still at a 17 death? Is
Yeah,
that still
'cause
your...
I haven't played it again either.
And
since
I
then.
haven't gone back either, because the way I see it, I need to step back, because otherwise I'm a very competitive person. It will absorb me. And I will have to be the first person to have a 0 death hard mode run, but it'll take forever to do. I have no doubt.
That is not
And
easy. I know I can get under 5.
yeah, and it's one of those things where, you know what? I beat you in the first play. You can have that one. It's
like you said,
because
it'll
otherwise, yeah, it's a game that it's one of my favorite of the recent ones that I've played. But I'm good to not play it again for a while. Especially after the frustration, because when you're playing live, you're also reading the chat. A couple of those deaths, even in my easy run, were because I was reading the chat, and I mean it's a fun time. Yeah, well, William, I have to wait for you to get here to get my Mr. Do, so I haven't even played. I did some testing on it, but
I haven't played it a lot, but if you message me a picture saying anything below 17, I would be playing it.
And you know what? One day, like the day before PRGE, you'll get one.
When I'm gone out of state.
Yeah, and it'll be like, ha 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 ha.
William says his name is in the IntelliCart credits. Huh.
Oh, there you go.
I'll have to look at that. I do have a manual. Oh, Mr. Do, 186,800.
You know what, DJC? However, I did watch you playing Castle of Death.
Oh, I've got way too frustrated. So I've played the game all the way through, but when I first got the game, I never realized that it counted your deaths, because it would say it, but I didn't know it counted all the way to the end. So I never watched my deaths or tried to get limited deaths.
Yeah.
And to me, it just got, there he is right there.
William Moeller.
Yeah, so I never really counted. So when Casey was like, well, hey, let's try to get, and then he kept getting less and less and less, and it went to 0 deaths. Now I play it, it's like doing homework. I never want to play the game again.
Tim, I didn't know you were in
and
there.
I love it, but I'm not. But I just right now, no.
Tim
I try to
Lindner
get him to play it a few times. He's like, he kind of goes over it. He's like,
Tim Lindner is in those credits as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew you did the overlays for Fortress, but
I
didn't
think
know you were in
that
one.
I think that introduces an incredible bias to it being on his list.
Let me catch up here. So the IntelliCart is the original cart that you could take ROMs from your computer and load them directly in your console. It only did one at a time. So you
take them from Intellivision Lives and you put them on a real Intellivision.
Yep, play on real hardware.
Because God forbid if anybody built their own dumper.
Benville says, good choice, Mike. Cyrus says, why do I imagine that bathtub scene from The Big Lebowski, Tim throwing the ferret in the water while Mike screams?
It's funny that he mentions the toilet scene from Big Lebowski, because you and I actually sent you a short that you never posted. You showed it to your wife, but it was about where are my games, Casey? I was thinking, if you had posted that, we should have shot something at PRGE pretending I'm dunking you in the toilet, and I'm like, where are my games, Casey? And you pull up, you're like, I think they're somewhere down there. Let me take another look. Where are my games, Casey? And then
why does my head have to be in the toilet?
And then because you're the one that's supposed to be giving me the games. And then it pans out to your wife just shaking her head.
And I had good intentions. I meant to post that. I still never posted any footage on Midwest Gaming Classic. Retro Bro, what's going on? Welcome, sir. All right, DJC, what is your number 5?
I don't know if this is any particular order, but I'm going to say this, what I've been playing recently. I love this game, Deep Zone. I picked it up in obviously physical recently, and I've seen it here and there, but I didn't know much about it. It's very Gyrus
Yeah.
It's almost like playing an Intellivision version of Gyrus, which I know they made limited versions of that, but I never played it. But I'll tell you what, this game plays great. I absolutely love it. You got 3 different speeds, 2 different power-ups. You could have had more power-ups and stuff, but hey, you know what? I'm not going to be too picky, but this is definitely one that I love. I would show it off, but I don't know if anybody watched my stream this afternoon. We had 2 lightning strikes at the house. Second one hit through my garage, which is above me in my office, and zapped out my converter box. So like my screen is just like it's static right now. So
Yikes.
yeah, I have an RCA converter that I have all my retro systems plugged in through, and luckily it didn't fry the systems because I was playing TurboGrafx at the time, and I thought they fried my capture card, but it's my RCA converter box, so I have to get a new one, so I can't show any gameplay right now.
Wow, that sucks. But anything Gyrus-esque, is a winner to me. I love Gyrus.
So I have the stand-up arcade of Gyrus, and I have a stand-up Mr. Do as well. So those are 2 of my top games. So to see something like that on Intellivision, I'm like, dude, I have to get it. And it happened to be listed by I want to say Intellivision Revolution listed this on eBay, on their eBay store. And that's where I picked it up. I think that's where I got it.
So isn't Gyrus the one that you're really, really good at on NES, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, so my number 5, recent release. I don't have a box yet for it, but it was Mr. Do. I played it early on. I love the arcade. It's so well done. The music, the graphic. I mean, I love the game, and it's in my top 5 for what I've been playing for the last month or so.
It's a good game, and it's one that you easily come back to again and again and again.
Yep.
Because it's a fast-playing game.
I keep meaning, I've been so busy lately, House Edition. I was going to get into some of that later after, when I do the regular show. But life has been the craziest it's ever been for me. And I'm always a busy guy, and I'm struggling to do stuff that I was doing before. So I'm trying to keep afloat. But, man, it should slow down about October.
Yeah.
We see Cyrus loves Gyrus.
What's not to love about Gyrus?
Camo Ducky says, sounds like a Gyrus competition coming up.
Like I always say, 4 warps to Uranus.
Ba-dum-ts.
All right, down to number 4s. Timmy, what's your number 4? And don't
How much
say
you want to bet it's
Color
like the LTO Flash? No, that's number 1. That's number 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least got to go with one of these boys first, right?
He was
it's going to
playing
be the
pinball.
RTO. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Special edition.
I
That's
see a lot of those tonight, I think.
That's a good
So
one.
let's all spill some cognac for the father of Intellivision emulation.
Yes.
one of the founding fathers. They're
Carl
more
Mueller
than one.
Jeweler.
It was not anything in isolation, but certainly pioneer and one of the founding fathers.
Is my video reversed for everybody or just me?
It looks good here.
It's fine here.
Excellent. This is an amazing port done by a gentleman in every sense of the word.
Absolutely.
Yep, and we're later in the news, which normally comes first. I know everyone's already talked about it, did videos. I was just gonna briefly talk about it for anyone that might not have heard and do a moment of silence, but it'll be at the end of the show, towards the end.
I'm stealing your thunder. So sorry.
It's okay. We found out as a community right after the show Monday, so otherwise I would have talked about it then. Cyrus says some people pronounce it gyrus or gyrus.
No, gyrus.
Those people are wrong.
Or it's Greek, it's Yars.
Yars.
So what is that, the special edition version? Is that still available for purchase? The ROM at least?
I believe if you contact William, it might be.
Anything that's been available for sure will be.
Apparently that
in the news.
Apparently that first jump's a doozy.
Apparently.
'Cause I didn't even know it had different. I thought it was just like name and credits and a couple other stuff. I didn't realize
No,
it was
so-
all new.
DK Arcade is a port of the original.
Right.
D2K is a port of the original. It's DK1,
Which I have.
and as well as
The D2K
a new
version.
D2K new levels. D2K Special Edition is D2K levels plus another set of levels.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna have to get this somehow. If
Yeah,
anyone
and,
knows how
William-
Edition?
William says in the comments, if you email him at electronite@hotmail.com, he'll source.
Okay,
it.
I will be doing that because that'll be the next. That's the next thing I want. I need that in my life.
I will mention, which I'm sure Casey will also be mentioning later, but it never hurts to mention it again. Miner 2049er, Yars Revenge, and Caverns of Mars. All three ROMs are $5 each if you email electronite@hotmail.com for a limited time, kind of a last chance sale. Or if you buy all three, it's $10.
And that's a full ROM package. You're going to get the art for the box front and back. You're going to get the digital overlay. You're going to get the manual. And they're bin and config files for those that matters.
And it's been a while since I played D2K Special Edition, so William says I'm not correct. So D2K Special Edition might be something extra fancy. Maybe it's all new levels. I don't know.
All right, so let me get the banner off.
So
there.
we
Right
got
there
to see
on the
that
screen,
first dump.
electronite@hotmail.com. Try to take it off. It did not work. All right, so where are we at here? Mike, number 4.
My number 4. This one I happen to have the box near me. I don't have it for the other ones. Actually, I do have for one of them.
Vagina 2069.
Is Grail of the Gods. This
Good game.
to me, it's kind of a sleeper hit. It's one of those. It's like a palate cleanser game. Like I'll play this in between playing other games that are more intense. It's a dungeon crawler, but very simple. There's no, no real buttons you have to press. Nothing, nothing intense. It's decisions. Do I fight this guy or do I not fight this guy? You're trying to find the Grail of the Gods. It's a nice kind of Zen experience. And like I said, I use it as kind of a palate cleanser. Like I'll be really frustrated with a game like Anthropomorphic Force or something like you're having that intense kind of battle. And then you're like, okay, I need to decompress. I'll play some Grail of the Gods.
I love that, by the way, Anthropomorphic Force, man. Like once when I beat that, I felt like I accomplished the biggest. Like I was like so happy when I beat that game because I was trying for over a year.
So here's the so when I did my review of it, I allotted myself a 4-hour window to beat that game, and I beat it within that 4 hours.
Oh, nice!
But my wife heard me yelling.
Oh, I bet.
And
yeah,
swearing the whole damn time.
it's a difficult game,
like,
man.
Are we allowed to say bad words on your show, Casey? Or should I keep it PG?
No, we're fine.
Because my one thing that I say very often, and sometimes on my stream I let it out. I try to keep my streams at least PG-13. But my classic is, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
My wife will actually get irritated if any of us in the house get angry at a game. Why are you so mad? It's just a video game. I'm like,
there's
really?
no just about it.
William says basically the special edition is exact port of D2K Jumpman Returns, the arcade game hack of Donkey Kong.
Gotcha.
All right, so where are we at here? We are at number 4 for DJC.
Number 4, I would say Road Fighter. I've been playing a lot of. Like I said, I'd show it off, but I can't because my system's fried out. But I think that was really cool to finally have a racing game or something, car wise. I mean, I'm an auto racing fan. I really am. If anyone wants to, you probably have to look way back. But on my channel, I have all 5 courses with the no crash run. I absolutely love that. I love the left right steering, not the like where it's always, your steering wheel's always the same. It's never,
Yeah.
it doesn't, turn when you turn. It's this always left is always left, right is always right.
I think all of us prefer that one.
I don't think there's many that want it changing as you're driving. Like I never understood that version.
Yeah, the changing as it's driving, there's only one game that ever worked for me with that, and that's the off-road games or the sprint games.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Atari. That always kind of made sense to me. But
where you're going.
like Intellivision racing games are notoriously not very good, and that's a good one. It's not it's not a very involved one, but it's a good one.
Yeah, but when it comes to Road Fighter, I enjoyed it. I mean, I kept watching the updates and knowing it was coming out. It reminded me a lot of Spy Hunter. And at first I was like, what are they trying to do? Because you see the trucks, and I kept going. That's pretty funny.
I can sympathize, though.
But I saw it, and I was like, what are they trying to do? Did they start trying to do Spy Hunter, and then they decided to do call it Road Fighter? And then I looked up that Konami made Road Fighter. It was an arcade game back in, like, I think 83. And I was like, oh, okay. So this actually is a port of an arcade game. And then, I really enjoy it. It is difficult. And when I say difficult, it doesn't get difficult till you do that. You're going on that third run, and the roads are just so wavy, and everybody's trying to, like, hit you off, but you just nick a pixel off on the side, and you're going, are you effing kidding me?
Damn it.
I unfortunately don't have that one. I played.
It's good though.
The first draft of it. I was basically asked, what do you think? Should I continue making this? I said, yeah, it's a good game. I gave a few thoughts on it. Not many were used, but it scrolls so smooth.
Very smooth.
I know this was true in the one that I played, but try pressing 9 at the title menu if you don't want to collide with anything.
Oh, nice.
9.
That may not be the case on the released version, but that was the case on the other.
I've also had it where I produced a glitch a couple times, and it's kind of funny because when you're trying to fake out the pink car, the one that's always, and you go this way and it goes this way, and you go around it and you can push it to where it starts driving off into the coast, into the ocean, or it goes over the houses. So it'll just keep going off the screen, and it's hilarious. I did it twice on a couple of the live streams, and and I was like, "Whoa, look at that!"
Apparently, you're flying Doc's DeLorean.
Yeah, but that one's a good one so far, and I haven't beat it. I haven't beat Casey. I got close. I'm at right now. My top's 5106. I think you're at what 76 or something.
I'm somewhere in the 7s. I think I'd have to look. I don't know the exact number, but
so
I have a score to show in news. There's someone that's over 15,000. I'm like, holy moly!
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm looking to try to get over 8. If I get over 8 and beat you, I'll be happy.
In those games, like when I'm getting that score, it's about a half hour just to get to 7,000 something. So I can't just come up and play 3 or 4 games real quick before bed because there is no quick. Cyrus says, one time I was playing a game and yelling cuss words right as my ex-wife's church group was walking up to the front door. It wasn't my best look. Can you imagine? Rick says, the original NT auto racing invented drifting. Benville says, auto racing needs an update and a driving controller. So there is an update. David Harley has an update. Ooh.
There you go, Cy.
Fancy pants.
I love auto racing controller. I can't get enough of that game.
Have you played the new one?
Exactly the way it is.
Sorry.
William says, my grandmother questioned my actual driving ability when she saw me playing auto racing poorly. Oh, this is where it says, hey, is that a TRS 80 behind you? Okay, I was a little behind on chat. And a Coco 3.
No, it is the Coco 3 behind him.
What is that game? The Swords of Daggereth or
Dungeons of Daggereth? You talking about?
Dungeons of Daggereth. That is 12 hours of peak YouTube.
The only Sibling Rivalry videos that I have not seen all of.
Correction, it's 15 hours.
Well, then I got extra. I got more value than I thought I did.
Yeah,
I
that's,
watched every minute of every one, and it was really
Everybody-
funny. It was really funny where, like, because they were like 2-hour episodes, where an hour and a half in, AJ's complaining that Casey always comes in to say hi but doesn't watch because he doesn't.
I didn't
So-
lie. I didn't watch those.
Man, I miss
For
playing that
everybody-
game.
Everybody needs to go to my playlist for Dagrith and start it right before you go to sleep and make sure autoplay is on and just let it play.
Let it go all night. Mr.
And you'll
Postile
have
says,
dreams.
and television needs a night driver homebrew, and Mike can give it a 10 out of 10.
Not gonna happen.
Thank you, Chuck Levitt. All right, so a little bit lost here. We got a little sidetracked. So I'm on my number 4, right?
Yep.
We've already, okay, so number 4 for me is not a physical release. Dreadnought Return. I like shooters. I like the original. I'm usually a big fan of the games that David Hartley of Intellivision puts out, and that's another one that I've been playing a lot of. Again, I only have so much game time here lately, but that's definitely been in my mix up there in the top 5.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Dreadnought Factor. It's awesome game.
Yes,
fun.
I want to get farther in it. I need to give it a little more time, but I'm also trying to. Of some of the few games that I'm ahead of DJC on, and Road Fighters 1, so I got to keep my score up on that one as well.
Or you can just let it go and play a variety. Get the shrink off some of those games behind you.
Hey, I've got most of them off. I haven't done that in a long time, but yeah, I try to get. I'm trying to get one a week, but there's a few to catch up on. That's for sure. Postile says my brother played the heck out of Dungeons of Dagrith when we were kids. All right, so on to number 3. Tim, what's your number 3?
I'm going to go with Amigo Cornhole.
Different one that I don't think will be on any other list.
I've never played it.
I am super
It's
good
underrated.
at this game.
I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna have to
I
try to
played it
pick
at
that one up.
BRD. I have it. It's definitely not easy. Boom.
Oh, that's cool though.
It's remarkably well done
Yes, it's well done.
for something that honestly was made as a joke.
Right.
It's remarkably well done.
Will the title screen show? I wonder where it says Amigo.
Oh, and
Amigo,
Oh, where it
Amigo,
flashes?
kind of
Yeah.
flicker.
It's obviously a glitch.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Casey.
Yeah.
Casey, it's a glitch. I don't know
totally
what you're
not
talking
on purpose.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is a fun one. I do enjoy that one. That'd be a good challenge too. Nice and quick and not easy just to figure out. All right, number 3 for Mike's Gaming Gala. Ooh, I'm sorry, guys. I just realized something that I never turn these on because it's usually just me. Nobody said anything. I forgot.
Oh, thank God. Now I know everyone's name. All right.
Lindner.
My number 3 is Polista Avenue Redux.
I need
Such
that still. Yeah.
an awesome game. I believe Blue Sky Rangers still have it up on their store.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know if, because I know William's coming back to Canada soon, so I don't know if he is currently able to sell them directly, but I know Blue Sky Rangers have them. Just again, for me, it's kind of become a palate cleanser too, because again, it's not any like. It's all decision making. It's not impulse, button mashing, anything like that. Your game can last 5 minutes. It could last 45 minutes. If your game lasts 5 minutes, you've had a really bad time. But and sometimes it can feel like it's going really well, and it just everything goes bad at the end. And sometimes it feels like it's going really badly, and then everything goes great. It's the type of game that really builds a story as you play it. Like, I could talk about some of my games as if it was an adventure that I had, and it's a little bit different every time. I really like that game, and I still play it quite often. It was It's still based on everything that I've seen come out so far. It's, Tim, you got a mute button, right?
Are you complaining about audio? I apologize.
Oh, we're gonna go. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, based on what I've seen so far, and I know obviously at Portland there's going to be a lot of new releases. That's where Rev usually releases his stuff. But it's still my choice for Game of the Year thus far. It's just such a great game, well executed.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that one.
So no one will be swaying you this year.
Well, I mean, the bribery. No, you know what? Because okay, so what he's talking about is in my live stream where I voted in the Intellivision Homebrew Awards. And then we had a live stream 2 days later talking about it. And I did some thinking, and I had been voting for Ghostbusters Ultimate Edition pretty much for every category. And honestly, I was kind of tired of it because, and this is a source material thing, not how it was executed on the Intellivision. I don't like the source game. Right?
Yeah, no matter
it's just,
how well
I've never been a big fan of that Ghostbusters game. It was phenomenally done.
The Commodore version?
At the Commodore version or the Atari version or the NES version.
NES was horrible. I'd say the Master System and the Commodore were the top
and
for that.
So I, as a person who was not a fan of the source material, on my first live stream voting, I was like, I just want to vote for a game that I like, and I picked Pyramid Warp. And then I thought about it, and because
it was an original,
yeah, which it wasn't. It was a port, but that's okay. And then after thinking about it, when we had our podcast, when I was talking about it, there we go. I'm center now. It was all the banging on the table, making fun of Tim. I was like, no, the Game of the Year should really represent the best, like the pinnacle of what came out that year, whether I personally like the source material or not. And so I changed my mind there, but I had already voted for the other. So that's the controversy that Casey's talking about.
Postile saying, just to get ahead of Casey and Mike, I want to claim first on Tim's next video right now. I have a feeling I will not be first this week now that Mike's back.
Yeah.
All right, DJC, number 3.
Definitely Pyramid Warp, current ones, although I haven't played it in a few weeks, but that was one I was really trying to beat, and I got through the first couple levels, but it's a challenge, and it's also, I love the randomness of it. So you can have a really awesome game, and then you can also suck right off the bat. I like it when you can there's one level in the first pyramid where you're shooting straight at them as they're coming out, just constantly. If you can get the gun and just until your oxygen's almost about to run out, just keep shooting and racking up points, and then finally warp to the next one. But yeah, no, there's a lot of little tricks, but it's, oh man, those mummies. Not to quote another game, but oh, mummy.
I like you said, the randomness, and I like that you're like, whenever you go to get one of them, you're like, oh, don't be the mummy.
I know, and it always is. It always is.
Or you run.
It's Pyramid Warp has very strong Tutankhamun vibes, and that is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yes. I like it much better. I mean, I don't know if that's a popular
Controls
thing,
way better though.
At
least in the Intellivision version.
And I thought it was an original game because I had no idea of the original.
Well, and that's, you know what, I get flack for apparently being anti-ports. I'm not anti-ports. I just don't view them as the pinnacle. But when you're porting something, like, because even Police Avenue Redux, that's a port.
Yeah.
But it's a port that like nobody knows about.
Obscure
Pyramid War,
better.
Road Fighter, like these really obscure things, porting them, go nuts, because it's, for all intents and purposes, to the market you're pitching them to, it's a new game.
Yeah.
Well, obviously,
I mean,
Treasure of Tarmin is a port of Daggerath.
What do you say?
Treasure of Tarmin is a port of Daggerath.
Come on.
I thought you were going to say that Aklabeth is a port of Daggerath.
That
I
would
haven't
be.
played that one.
Wait, when did Tarman come out, though? Tarman came out before that, right?
When
He's
did-
being
Jaggers is
facetious.
82.
Jaggers
yeah.
was 82. No kidding.
Wow.
Okay. I love, well, I don't know how to play Tarman. I have never played it. Like I look at it and I try and I learn and I just don't care. But Daggereth was like having a TRS-80 and playing Daggereth was just, that's just awesome.
All right, so my number 3, and I owe this one to Phil because I've seen Chuck play it a lot, and then I watched Phil play it and talk
High
about it. I'm
score.
like, you know what? That's the second person I've watched Chuck have fun with it. I looked at it, I'm like, doesn't
Great
look like
game.
it's something that I would enjoy. And then I was watching Phil, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Mike's frozen on my end. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but you had this like eyes shuddering.
Oh, did I?
Made me start laughing. Yeah, Aardvark 133, 320. He's got me there too. But I love this game. It is still, since that day, it's one of my top
Great game.
5. I pop it in every now and then, and I love Aardvark. So we're going to show it for those of you that, oops, that's loud. Is that loud?
It was.
I don't have my good setup yet, so different games require different volume levels. Oops. So it's a dot muncher. Uh-oh. And I'm already dead.
Already dead. And that's why you'll never get the high score, Casey.
I don't think there was any way to get out of that one, was there?
Not go to where you went. There's an ant coming right at the top. There you go.
I haven't played this.
You
in a
got to
few
get your
weeks,
ants first.
and I was thinking I had to eat them from behind.
And your uncles.
That's what she said.
So this one, you got to get to the bottom. Some things you can only eat from behind. Some things either way. You can push the button and retract your tongue, which someone never told me about that, and that took that. That was not. That was not easy without knowing how to retract. And then at the bottom, it's kind of like clears the whole screen. You've got 2 of them, and it just keeps getting harder. I
You
love
can
this
do about
game.
two tracks before they'll start appearing again.
And you've got to, and you can't let the spider touch the tip.
No, can't let him get the tip.
There's always great innuendos when you're streaming this game, for sure. I found out very early on.
So if you have not tried this, and this one, what year was that I have in mind? This one was 2019, and I didn't play it until a few months ago. And this is Intellivision Revolution game. So, and there will be more of these. If you're looking to try it, just watch Cyber Carolina on eBay.
I may get a physical of that too, because I absolutely love that game.
All
That's a good
right,
game.
we are to number 2s. Tim, what is your number 2?
My number 2 homebrew game is Utopia. I have it on good authority that Don Daglow wrote this at home.
I love that game as well. I played the heck out of it as a kid. I usually didn't have anyone that was worth much to play it.
He's seriously going with Utopia.
Timmy doesn't follow rules.
Damn it, Tim.
I mean, even Casey went with a hack over a homebrew, so I guess it's just free for all at this point on this channel.
Hey,
As you can
I
see,
call
I've
it-
won.
I still hope for a new version of this. I keep hearing rumors, and that would be sweet.
Well, Joe did disassemble it, so
I
if you're
did
friends with him,
start writing an outline of a game that I was going to call Dystopia, which would be like the anti-Utopia. But
Are
same
you guys
kind of
aware
deal.
of the Utopia PC port?
I've seen it.
I saw a thread on it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a Windows executable. The guy redid a Utopia in one of those game engines. I forget which one. And really, the best feature is you get to enter in the number of storms at a time and the number of pirates at a time. So you can go all the way up to, I think, like 50. It's really quite interesting.
AJ's here. Welcome, AJ.
Hello.
Yeah, I
AJ.
heard her come home.
I'm leaving that alone.
That's your sister, man.
I'm surprised she didn't come in here. I told her to make a FaceTime appearance, but
Go say hi,
probably
AJ.
hungry.
Well, not while she's coming.
Mike, why, Mike? You have your O face on a video.
Yeah, well, one. But it was I'm still alive.
Yeah, my
Oh,
wife
here
thought
she
the
is.
same thing.
Hi, AJ.
Hi guys.
AJ.
I gotta cook dinner.
She has to cook dinner. That's
Ooh.
her job.
Look at you guys
Actually, it's my job,
reinforcing
but I got
gender
out of it.
roles.
All right, number 2 from Mike.
My number 2 was actually in my review for last week.
Oh,
And
I
that
know
is
what that is.
Norseman 2.
Ooh, how
This is a
that?
game. It is phenomenal. Got to watch my review.
I'll check it out. 'Cause I'm
This
curious
is a
on that.
game that Casey did dirty in a homebrew highlight because he had no idea how to play, and he was just like walking around hexes. I was like, "Come
I
on,
did it
man!"
dirty.
It's a great game. Unfortunately, now, okay, and I also have to mention, I would like to mention this publicly. I didn't mention it in my review. This was 2 years to get to me from Cote Gamers. I was going to give them a lot of crap, but once I was able to get a hold of them, apologize profusely. Like this game, as well as some of the others that I ordered, were out of print. They got me my copies. So if you have any issues with Cote Gamers, you email their, I think it's info or sales@cotegamers.com, like their email address, not their on-site order check thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because I had sent a whole bio message to that, and I was getting ready to like make a video just lambasting them because it had been 2 years. And I posted that in a thread on AtariAge. He's like, I haven't gotten any of your messages. Please email me. And it had slipped through the cracks, and they got me everything. So good for them on that. But it is out of print now. But the ROM for both Norseman 2 and the original Norseman is available as a digital package on Intellivision Collector. And
Is it-
well worth it. Both
is it
games
a
are
puzzle
fun.
game or an action game? What type of
No,
game is
it's an action strategy game. So you have this helmet that you have to protect, and there's these monsters, and if they kill you or they touch the helmet, it's game over. In the first game, that's pretty much it, and it's a time-based thing. So they move through the hexes, and they will always move down. So what you want to try to do is move behind them and attack them from behind so that they don't move into your hex and kill you.
Okay.
And so at first you might think it's a reaction game, but it isn't. It's a strategy game. Whereas the second one introduces HP, introduces leveling up, introduces magical powers from Odin, such as like you can freeze all the enemies on the screen. You can kill all the enemies on the same horizontal line as you. You can have Loki's ray, which like periodically flashes around you, and anybody close dies. Watch the review from last week.
Yeah,
It's
I have to check that out.
phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. Lots of fun.
Good intro too.
Yeah, love the review and love the gameplay I saw.
Much better than what I put out. I'm
That's
gonna
what
watch
she
my
said.
video and put another one out. All right, DJC, your number 2.
Like I said, I'm kind of not in a particular order, but I'm always still playing this D2K.
Oh yeah.
I think my top, I'd literally have to go back over some of my videos from last year, but I think I got close to 68,000 because I was at my third flip and it opened up a new level that I'd never played before, and I got all excited, and then I died. But this is just a fun game. It's just my go-to. I'll go between that and then the next one I'll have for my. But like, even when new stuff comes out, I still go back to this and constantly will play it. And I'm sure people
It's a
get
classic.
dude. It's so
good.
awesome. It's
I
so
really wish I was good at Donkey Kong games, but I'm not.
it is
No
such a
Frogger, huh, Mike?
smooth program. Like the running, the jumping, the climbing. If you make a mistake, it's on you. I will say this: it does still have Donkey Kong rules, meaning if you don't do the jump perfectly, you will go like it's a transparent girder. You'll go right through the girder unless you're completely on top of it. Like so
As we
that.
saw from Tim's gameplay, yes.
Oh my god, because I literally scream. I'll scream at the game for that. But that's just how Donkey Kong is. It's not anything to do other than that. Like, yeah, it's one of my tops.
That's another one that you have a much higher score than I have. I keep saying I'm going to go for it. Some of your Donkey Kong stuff, but I just haven't had time to get good enough.
The classic one is
that one I'm good at. I'm not good at the original games. I'm good at the Super Nintendo.
The Green Ape Donkey Kong. That's what I call it.
Green Ape.
Green Ape one. I'm at 136,800. Which to achieve that, you'll be cussing until your horse in the throat because and I'm going to be honest. I had it as a kid. I do love it, but it is the worst controlling game. It's a lot of chance. Your jumps, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you just get stuck and he doesn't move even though you're pressing the disc. It's one of the worst games. Thanks, Kaliko, by the way. But yeah, but that's a hard one to get a high score on.
Yeah, the original Donkey Kong. It's kind of like that Weekend at Bernie's walk. The kind of
All right. My number 2, I'll bring it up here.
It's Intellivision Revolution, I can tell. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, Castle of Death. The one he specifically bought to just share with every YouTuber he knows.
It's because it's the only one he's good at. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I only one.
Just joking.
So this one I actually had for several years. And it just, again, I looked at the box. I'm like, doesn't look like something I would enjoy. I never tried it.
Well, saw blade to the head. Yeah, nobody.
Oh, man, I wanted it as soon as I saw the cover.
I had no idea. And I love timing games. I love figuring it out. Not the crazy stuff, but this wasn't too bad. But it didn't take long. I got the 0 death run. Then after Mike's, I'm like, okay, now I have to play on fast as well.
And then he beat me, and then I beat him, and then he beat me, and then I beat him, and then he beat me. And then it's like, I'm done now.
So
well, yeah, I get to a point where it's not fun if like after what it takes so long and you're just sitting there trying to beat it just to beat it. It takes the fun out of it. That's why.
You're just like, why am I doing this?
Right. Yeah, there's no purpose to it. I'm just like, I'm not having fun, so I'll give him the win on that one.
Oh, and I pushed the wrong one. So for me, now after I played it on fast so long, I go back to this and I can't do it. It feels like slow motion.
Yeah, the slow mode feels very slow to me now. Although, like, do you remember how many deaths I got my first time playing?
And this one?
Yeah,
or the fast
I think it was. No, the regular one, the first one I did live. I think it was 8.
8?
I think it was 8 or maybe 18.
I think it was. I don't remember. It was a lot lower than mine. So this game just keeps getting harder and harder. You have a single jump. You have a double jump, and it gets faster. Some levels are kind of easy in the middle of something, and some of them are quite hard. You have to really figure out how to do it my way, Mike.
Yes. Yeah, my first time playing in regular mode, I had 8 deaths.
I think it's the only time I've shown you the right way. Usually you're telling me.
Yeah, so how I was doing it live is that there's that one part that's just unbelievably hard. I would jump down and then jump over the head, and when the head was like right over the door, that's when I would jump across. In fast mode, impossible to do that. And so I watched his video to see how he did it, and that's how I got my 18. So he taught me.
When I was watching you, because you're doing really well, until that point, and I said, "Do this way," and you're like, "Oh, not your way, my way." And then I was watching you die. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed that a little bit. But
That's a part of the stream that you paid for.
Yeah, I knew as soon as you figured that out, I was toast. William says, Carl once told me that after he did DK Arcade, that he had a lot more respect for the programmer of Coleco Donkey Kong because it wasn't easy to do.
I've got a lot of respect for all of those programmers back in the day. That was like they were creating a whole industry.
Brother Blue, good to see you. Welcome. Says, took me 100 lives to finish Castle of Death. I think that's pretty close. I want to say my first one, I can't remember, like 80 something.
No, your first one was 30. That was the number I had to beat.
Oh, 30.
Your first full playthrough.
Then that was my fast one.
Oh yeah, my fast one was like 162 the first time.
Yeah. Mr. Postile says, when I was a teenager, I used to beat it just to beat it.
Because Michael Jackson told him to.
I showed the box, right? I can't remember if I showed the box. Just in case I did.
Cool box. I think that's cool box art too.
Yeah. I mean, I love this game. I can't decide if I want to go back. Without Mike beating me, I just don't have the drive to sit there. On fast mode, it's quite difficult. And a lot of luck to do fast mode, 0 death run. Lots of luck.
I don't have the time, but I can Photoshop one for you, and
that'll
inspire you.
Yeah. I can do that too. All right, Tim. What is your number one favorite? We'll just call it game for you or device.
LTO Flash.
I need a few more minutes.
Okay.
Can I ask for a few more minutes?
He's still programming it. You want me to do my number one then?
Cat?
I could do my number one, and then we can go back to Tim.
All right, Mike. Go ahead and do your number one.
My number one has been talked about, but has not been on anybody's list. It is one that has never left my list since I first played it, and that is Anthropomorphic Force.
Oh, yeah.
It is, and actually, DJC mentioned this about, I forget what game, but it's like Mr. Do, I think. It's like, sometimes I'll hop in and I'll have an amazing game. I like no deaths in the first 3, like beat the first 3 bosses without any deaths. And then sometime I'll die 42 times in the first level.
Yeah.
And it's just like, are you? Yeah. But it's just, I think, honestly, I think it might be the best shooter on the Intellivision.
Absolutely. It would have been on my list if I was still currently playing it, but I haven't. Once I finally beat it, I was playing it for almost a year and a half constantly.
Yeah.
It's just a good show-off game to show what the console can do.
And the fact that the bosses take up half the screen.
I love that.
It's just and Oscar Kenneth, he does that because like Tale of Swords and Dragons.
Great.
That dragon is like the size of the whole screen too.
Yep.
Yeah. So cool. Another fantastic game. If you don't have it in your collection, you absolutely should. It is a difficult game, but you have infinite lives and infinite continues. So you can just keep playing it until you finally beat it. But there you go. Yeah.
It's a very green dark label, but yeah, Tale of Dragons and Swords.
There it goes.
Yeah, and in fact, the only Oscar Kenneth game that I have not beaten, I still have to do a review of because it was re-released by Electronite, and that's a Sorrow of Galdunthur. I need to do a review on that one.
Almost there with the help of Intilab, to be honest, because he gets into the chats, and I'm missing, I think, one more key and another like something. I'm missing 2 more things I got to find, but yeah, that is. Awesome.
I have the original version from Oscar Kenneth from Kai Magazine as well. So when I do finally do my review, I'll compare the packaging for both, but it is the same game.
I was a backer on that too. I think I'm in the manual.
The first one's a plastic box.
Yeah, it's like a plastic case.
Yeah,
it's
good. I mean, if I'm completely honest, like when I want my favorite homebrews are ones that try. Yeah, there you go. That try to replicate how the original games looked. And so for Intellivision, I like that is good packaging. That is packaging that will last a long
But
time.
this
But
is
it's
more
not-
attractive as an Intellivision game. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
it's not Intellivision packaging. If
Right.
that was a Genesis game, sure, because they were clamshells. But
I agree with you, Mike.
Intellivision, Atari, I like my cardboard boxes.
I'm happy to
And-
have anything good game, but I prefer them to look like they could have came out back when Intellivision was, new.
Yeah, and I as William says in the next thing, obviously this version has an electrolyte splash screen. That's but that's the only difference. The game itself is the same.
William says AF ROMs available for $12.50 USD. So definitely, let me go ahead and bring that up again.
Ooh, gatefold AF.
Electronite
here.
at hotmail.com. If you want any of the ROMs you've heard about today and others, send him an email and ask him what he has. Pick some up. All right. And here he goes, like Mike said. The new version just has a different splash screen, and the box is different, of course.
O's comment. I'm a poor.
I'm a
That's
poor.
for me.
It's a great game. I mean, like you guys were saying, it's a game you pick up and play. Yeah, it's hard, but you can keep going.
It is so much fun.
The bosses.
Very fun. Very fun.
If you love shooters, you absolutely have to have it. It's a great game, regardless. Rev says I'm selling my electronic ROM for $3.99. Message me. Rev. All right. So you still need a few more minutes, Tim?
Yeah.
Okay. DJC,
Stay on
what is
target.
your number one?
Currently, and I always strive to get over 200,000. I know I'm close, but that'd be Mr. Do right here.
Yeah.
I think this is a phenomenal port. And once again, going back to kind of what Mike said, is there's a lot of ports and I want to see more original stuff, but this right here, when I heard this is coming out, like I've had the arcade machine forever. As a kid, I always played it. I pumped a million quarters. I'm very, very familiar with how everything works on this game. So when I first got this, I was like, well, this isn't the same as the arcade, and this isn't, the same as the arcade, and maybe this sounds different or looks different, but it is phenomenal that this is that is pulled off on the Intellivision. The music is absolutely perfect. Your cutscenes are absolutely perfect. The only difference is the horizontal screen and the speed of the gameplay. A little bit with the pushing of the fruit. There's differences, but to have this game run on the Intellivision is what, like I'll borrow Super Mega Graphics. It's wizardry. It's wizardry. But it really is to have this. I really wish this would have came out back in the day because it's a great arcade game, and I know everybody remembers it on the ColecoVision.
Yeah.
I think this is absolutely great, and it is my current favorite one right now to play as of this year. This as new. We haven't got too many new ones yet this year, so I am looking forward to October when we can get some new stuff coming up. But yeah, Mr. Do is where it's at. If you do not have one, I believe they may be. The Intellivision was too slow to port Mr. Do.
It was hard to do.
Yeah, it is a little bit slower than the arcade, but it's once you get past all that, and you really can't critique it too much because it's absolutely phenomenal on how it runs on the Intellivision, and you keep wanting to play it. You keep really wanting to play it, and I always go back to it. And I got to be careful because every one of my lunch streams or whatever, people are like, "You're playing Mr. Do again?" And I'm like, "Well, I just kind of want to get. I enjoy it, I'm trying to do stuff I enjoy, but I understand you got to do when you're doing live streams, you got to change it up a lot. But yeah, to sit and play, I could sit and play this probably the rest of the evening, just to have fun with it over and over and over again.
That's my problem.
I'd say these two right here are my tops that I'm currently always playing.
There's so many games and I have so little free time when I'm not making a video or, doing the show. It's like everyone seems to get a little bit. Here lately, there's 2 games that have gotten a lot of time, but everything else, I got to divvy it up. And it's like, man, I want to play them, but I can't find time. I need to learn how to do what Mike does and, stay up half the night. On certain days of the week.
I do.
So I can
It
just play
wears
some
and
games.
tears, but that's how we get it done.
the older I get, I can't do that. Like, I'll talk about it later, but my night last night, my gosh. All right, so I'll go ahead and do my number one. I think Tim's still working. So my number one is also the latest release. I like Chuck. I love racing games. This game has consumed me. And anywhere 7,000 up, it's going to take you about a half hour.
Easily.
I really want to get farther. I want to see screens that I've seen screenshots of. And that's Road Fighter from the Intellivision Collector. It's so smooth. It's so fun. I'm really enjoying it. When I have a spare half hour now, it used to be I could do it like 15 minutes as far as I could get. Now I have to have at least a half hour. If I can run up and play a game trying to better my score, I've been doing it, but I have not been able to get 10,000 or reach a screen that I've seen posts of, and it's bugging me. I get so close, and I'm like right at the end, like feels like I'm an inch from it and empty, and it just keep dying in the same spot.
Can you imagine if you put that much effort into your home life? Your wife would be thrilled with half an hour.
How do you know I don't, Mike?
Because you're busy playing Road Fighter. I do want to get Road Fighter. Yes, that's awesome. I do want to get Road Fighter. I make it a point to pick up everything that Intellivision Collector comes on. Releases, because they have like Electronite, like Homebrew Inc. They only release a few games a year, so I can usually keep on top of it. The finances aren't there to throw it right now, but I will be picking them up eventually, and then I can get into that high score race with you, Casey.
I look forward to trying to keep up, Mike.
I still want to get a physical copy of Dragon's Quest, which I think is one of the that's
well done.
It's on their site. Just go order it.
I know. I just don't have the fun. I got to fix a gas line on my truck. But the thing is like the quality on both those companies you met with Electronite and Intellivision Collector. Just you're even if you get like so many a year, it's still high quality games. They're not just like one and done. They're not Hotel Bunny. It's literally going to be a game that you're going to be either in depth or very impressed with and play for a long time.
And Intellivision Collector did something really smart, which is number their games, which means now I have to have them all.
You got to collect them all.
There are a few that number them. I actually like Hotel Bunny. I think they should have did more. I like the timing games. I like the see if you can get it. That one was a simple one, but I'm saying like if it was a more complex version, I would like that. And I
agree. I think like the problem with Hotel Bunny is it's done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought it back in the day, dude. I was one of the first persons to step up and go, I need that.
It is not a bad game. It's just
I like it.
It's what I call a mini game. It's a mini game. If it was like on NT Basic 1, 2, and 3, it would make sense. But it's just weird. It was by itself. It's the only one I think that's like that, where it's like a mini game.
And it sold 300 copies.
There you go. Well, then it's worth it, right?
We're lemmings.
Casey's got 20 versions of it.
Rev, I think it holds the record, correct me if I'm wrong, for the most different game boxes by any Intellivision homebrew game. They're all sitting back here somewhere.
I'm not grabbing it.
That just makes me sad.
It was a joke that just kept on going.
I think it's funny. It's awesome. Everyone should.
I'm glad he made money on it. Hey,
let's get it to 600 people. Let's start buying these.
300 copies is really good.
Hotel Bunny is really good.
I don't think I mentioned my Castle of Death. It's a 2022 game from Intelligent Revolution, and Castle of Death and Aardvark. I don't remember which ones I said, but they will be available. You have to watch Cyber Carolina on eBay when he pops them up, so you still can get them. All these games today are all fun. Like I said, there are many other games that we all love to play, but I specifically did this one a little different for what our top 5 are right now, what we've been playing the most.
Yeah.
Timmy, are you ready?
Wait, did you say 5? Oh, I only prepared 4.
That's
4?
why you just programmed one while we were all talking.
So you don't have a number 1? You already did it?
The LTO Flash. He's just dicking with us.
I had. It's not the LTO Flash. I can't. My LTO flash won't be recognized by any of my Macs or PCs, so I can't load any more games onto it.
What?
And yeah, I just found this out a few minutes ago, and I'm really disappointed.
I mean, I'll give you $50 for it then if you can't use it anymore.
It's not bricked; it still works. It's got a nice selection of games on it, but yeah, it says it doesn't recognize the device, and I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to pull a favor. Anyway, I have this great thing planned.
We're having an emotional moment with Tim right now.
I hate it when things don't work.
I had something with my
Really
LTO
upsetting.
flash, and I had to do some kind of LTO flash alias and go in a different way and shortcut. And if I open it up that way, I can load it and it works. But if I just go through and use the software, I can't use it. And that took a while to figure out. And it was working fine. I changed nothing. And just one day I came in, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
No idea why.
I'll see if I can contact Joe.
Is there a game recently
Gaming
that
and no
came with it?
nonsense.
So
What?
Is there a game cartridge recently that came with a sucker?
Yes.
Where is this from? It's sitting on my desk. I don't eat suckers, so I knew it came with one of the games.
Does that come with a game or did that come with hardware? Did that come from Caleb? Or where am I thinking of?
I'm trying to remember now. Did it come with the teleport?
I can't remember either.
No, it wouldn't have been from that.
Oh, I've got such a bad joke.
Mike? What's up, creeper?
Say it. You're not on your own channel. You're on Casey's. Go ahead.
No, I know, but it's an amigo joke because you're all suckers.
Piggy Bank does, but that's not the Dum Dum. That's another sucker.
Yeah, it's not because I don't have that game. I'd love to have that game. But
Yeah, Piggy Bank's a Dum Dum. Oh, where does he go? Jesse says, I've had issues with my LTO not working to work with the Windows 11. I'm on a Mac, so I did have an issue there, but I did get it working.
Well, when I switched computers, when I went to plug, it literally wiped it when I tried to plug it in. I didn't even hit anything or anything. I just plugged it in and it wiped it clean, and I had to drag all the files off the old and then re-download other stuff. You know, so that sucks. So I know it is a little quirky sometimes.
Fat Boys Gaming and No Nonsense, thank you for the gifted membership.
Holy memberships,
where-
Batman.
Where do I see who gets them? Like when I'm watching you guys and someone gives them, I'm not seeing
You
that.
won't see who gets them until either they comment or you check your members tab.
Okay, if I go
Sometimes
over to live streaming, I can see it.
If they're in the chat and you look at the actual live stream, sometimes
Yeah, you'll
it
see
comes up.
the icon if they.
Let's see.
Benville received a gift.
Benville, yep.
One of them. And who's the other one? Did he get his own membership?
Yeah, he did. He's got his own membership.
I've never seen that.
That
He
is
gifted
actually
a
pretty
membership, and he got his own.
He gifted himself. There you go.
And then I see, oh, come on. Cyrus says, this is a preview for when we all get Alzheimer's. What's this? Where did this come from? Who are you people? What? Yeah, I don't like that disease. I've watched my grandmother go through that, and that scared me to death.
Way to kill the joke, Casey.
Hey, that one touches home for me.
I hear you.
Pierre says there's a 2-player Utopia for ColecoVision. Yeah, I wish we had that for Intellivision already. Jesse says I like my Backpack Pro where I can just stick it in the SD card slot and over the files I want and done. Yeah, I do that too. I use them all. I have everything sitting right here.
Yeah, I got to get a back bit. Definitely, I got to get a back bit.
Baby got back bit.
Yeah, of all the gifts I've seen, I've never seen someone get their own. That's why I did a second one since he got his own. Speaking of Alzheimer's, Casey won my give. What the heck? I didn't know that. I haven't seen that yet. So at work, they crack down on phones. Even if we're not touching it, we can't have anything playing, music, shows. I'm way behind. That's how I got through so many videos. I would just put it up there and I would listen and work, and now we can't even have them out, sadly. So if you guys are messaging me and it takes a while, you know why.
Sounds like there was a lost time accident.
It's all good, Cyrus. It's all good. So, all right. So, did anyone have?
Gotta be
I know I
careful
didn't
around those
say it.
machines.
The what?
Casey, gotta be careful around those machines.
Well, I'm not on a machine anymore. There are machines there, but I'm repairing parts. So, are there any? Did anyone have an honorable mention? I forgot to say that. I know I put one just in case when I was trying to bring it down to 5, and I didn't say it. But sometimes everyone has something that almost made their list. Did anyone have one? While you guys think, I'll go ahead and say mine. So my honorable mention was from the Intelli Club from Intellivision Revolution, Time Pilot.
I was going to say
love
the
that
same.
game. The disc and how well the disc, it was like the disc was made for that game. And I've seen some people's high scores. I can't compete with those, but yeah, right there. I love that game. It's another shooter. I see a theme. I love shooters, but that game is so well done with the disc.
186.9 is my top on that.
Yeah,
really great.
I'm
great
somewhere right there. Do I have you on that one? I'll have to look afterwards. I'll let you know. I know it's close.
If I do, I'll definitely play this.
Definitely let you know.
I'll let you know.
Cool.
No worries. Thanks for the support.
Hey, by the way, I'm better than you.
Hey, don't be talking because you like to do it too, and you like to win.
Yeah, but I don't like. If I'm watching DJC and he gets a high score, I'm not sitting here being like, I must defeat him.
Well, I do that, and so does
he definitely does that. And if it's Astro Smash, he makes sure he buys me 5 shots and 2 beers, and then I'm like, I can't ever beat Casey now.
That went on for weeks. What game were you trying to beat?
I gave up. It was Castle. Well, once it was Castle of Death a couple times.
No, it was something else. Well, there was one of the games. Was it Mr. Do or was it Aardvark? Aardvark. That's
I think
what
it was Aardvark, but I ended up. It actually helped.
All right. So, did anyone else have an honorable mention? You said yours was the same one, Chuck. Mike?
Oh, absolutely. Time Pilot. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say actually Defender of the Crown. I streamed Defender of the Crown live probably a month and a half ago, and I kind of got the bug for it. I played it a few times since. It's a good game. I suck at the joust. My success rate at the joust is like 1 in 30.
Oh, geez.
But the rest of the game I like.
That's a good one too, and that was his first effort. I can't wait
Arnold
to see what he's
Chevalier?
going to do. Huh?
Arnold Chevalier?
X Rally.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about Defender of the Crown. You're like, that was his first effort. And I'm like, no, it wasn't.
Sorry, I was reading chat. So what this was, William, was all of our top 5s right now, what we've been playing. So it doesn't mean we love these games more than other games. It just means right now this is what we're playing and what we're liking.
Oh, yeah. If it was my top, it would definitely be Star Mercenary, Anthropomorphic Force, TNT Cowboy, and D2K.
I see a pattern there. Mr. Postile says part of the steel mill that my brother works. Oh boy, blew up today. Luckily, he had a vacation day and was driving home from Virginia when it happened. Several injured and at least one dead.
Yeah.
Yikes.
In Philadelphia, right? Or Pennsylvania, somewhere.
Man.
Roger,
what's going on, Roger? Why is there beer stains on that Time Pilot box, Chuck?
Because it was one of those nights where Casey said, how far can you get on Time Pilot? And next thing you know, there was gifted 20 shots. And I had to take them.
I think Roger's been a big part of those, too.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Benvril says his top 5, Mr. Do, Road Fighter, Castle of Death, Ghostbusters, Ultimate Edition, and X Rally. William was saying honorable mentions for fantasy. Okay.
I don't have that one. That's another one I never got.
Yep, in Pittsburgh.
Fantasy's okay. Like, it's arcade perfect, but it's another one where I'm not the biggest fan of the source material. It's incredibly well done. I respect the heck out of it. I do need to review it, but it's that's the biggest thing when you're doing a port is picking which game to port.
And I mean, we all like different games. Some of us like certain, shooters. Some like puzzle games. It's like if you don't like the type of game, it's not going to be up there on your list.
But I do have it.
Whenever it's well done, you can still respect it, like you said.
Yeah.
I would love to see more. I think space games on an Intellivision is some of the tops. And I really would love to see more either fixed shooters or what they call them, rail shooters, like an Astro Smash, or even just like a vertical shooter or a side scroll shooter, like just space shooters in general. Something that scrolls really good, that's fun to play, has multiple enemies, maybe a boss battle at the end. Like that's why I love AF. Like if there was more stuff done like that, in different ways with different themes, I'm all on board for something original like that.
I've actually chatted with William a little bit about an AF sequel.
Oh,
nice.
And how that could be done. Just briefly, I'll be talking to him more in September. I have a feeling, but yeah, it's good.
I believe I was wearing a white hat earlier. Thank you for noticing.
Is he talking about earlier on this stream or earlier today?
Earlier today, I was streaming.
Okay, I was gonna I didn't see a hat change.
No.
AF in space.
Well, anybody who's beaten Anthropomorphic Force knows how it ends. And so my ideas would be, no, I'm not going to say, but my ideas would be a direct continue from that.
I would dig that.
Cyrus says, ignore me, I'm crazy. You probably just saw him earlier, Cyrus. Because I'm not in the I've beat AF club yet. So I've started to play it. I'm only a few bosses in. I don't even know how many there are.
Oh, Casey, well, I'm better than you.
You are, Mike. So is Chuck.
We're all better.
I'm okay with that. I like.
But he's not, because he'll go down.
But
I'll say tonight you'll just play it for 5 hours until you beat it. Like then you'll send a screenshot. Look at that! I doubled your score, and I'll be like, "Damn it! You've ruined the game for me now."
There's a few that I'm really good at, but I'm not the naturals like some people.
I think that's the same for all of us. There's a game. Sometimes games just click with you. Norseman 3 would be great. I love the Norseman games. When I reviewed the first one, my suggestions that I gave at the end was, if you're doing a sequel, like give us a little variety in map so that it involves like choke points and stuff like that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Or even like a hex map builder where you can permanently fill in some of the hexes. I think that could be a lot of fun. But what was done in Norseman 2 was so much better than what I had suggested at the end of Norseman 1. So I think that series, if it's going to continue, is in very good hands with Carlos.
First, I need to learn how to play the other ones.
Play the first one, you'll get it within 5 minutes. And then the second one is just a progression of that. Or just watch my video. I teach you how to play.
I did watch Norseman 2 video.
There you go.
But I actually have to play it. First, I need time. So, all right. So before we call this one, because we went through all the top 5, why don't we go around and you guys tell us what you've got coming up on your channel, if you have anything. Tim, Sibling Rivalry, what do you guys have coming up? Friday video, I hope. Do you have any live streams coming up?
There are no live streams planned. There's a video queued up for Friday, and then Saturday we are recording more. And we don't live stream the recording. That would be interesting if we did that.
Yes, it would. that would make an awesome members video.
One of my new favorite YouTubers is a show called The Dark Web with Rob Hubel and another comedian that I'm a fan of, and they do live streaming of their shows while they record them, and then they delete it, and it's an interesting concept.
Mine would be R-rated for some games.
Mike, what do you have coming up?
This week is my my week off from doing a game review, but there is a MGG Presents video coming out on Thursday on the OG Hugo controller.
Nice.
And I will be comparing it. So not only am I going to review this, I am going to compare it to the long play controller. And when I review stuff, I open it up. I look at the circuit board. I look at all the components. I'm very thorough, so it'll be a good video. See, now I don't have that fancy pants back.
Just send them a picture of you going, and then you'll get it right on there. It's just what they do.
But
Boner, what's going on?
I will mention, and I know DJC's got a code as well, but so if you order from OG Hugo, you can type DJC or you can type MGG, and it'll give you the same $5 off.
Nice.
Tomorrow night, actually, I've got to message you. I was going to invite you on if you're free, but the MGG Live we're talking about collecting, curating, and all that within a budget. So, budgeting your collection, how do you curate it? What type of collector are you? And all the different types of collectors. It's going to be myself, Dr. Scott. I was hoping to invite you, Casey, and maybe Ballistic Coffee Boy. We'll see.
If you want me on there, I can do that.
Awesome.
I am a type of collector.
You are.
But DJC, I know you have a lot of live streams, and I'm sad that I've been missing them here lately. Like I said, the new thing at work, I don't get in trouble, so I'm not sneaking anything either. So, but it's sad that I haven't been able to watch. It's like I really feel like I'm addicted to it, and now it's like it's just pulled away out from under me, and it's like I feel like I'm missing out.
I'm picturing you like strapped to the bed with your body's rejecting the lack of opium. Just
the sweat pouring down.
Yeah,
it's like if you took my phone away, I would be like, "Oh, where is it? Where's my phone?" It's like YouTube is such a huge part of me the last several years. Either I'm not on it as much as I am watching it, but I literally everyone I follow, I try to watch every single video except that one series.
Dungeons of Daggerot.
Yes. I can't do it. But Chuck, what do you have coming up that you can talk about?
Well, there's a lot of stuff I can't talk about. Let's start off with that. No, there's not. Well, my next stream, I'm going to eat this full protein bar, and so it's going to be pretty amazing.
And he's not going to talk about what.
And then I'm going to bid. Whoever gives the highest bid, I'll eat this lollipop because I still don't know where it came from.
Whoa.
No, I obviously I'm going to be doing it probably Intellivision late night tonight. I'm going to have to disconnect my switcher box and plug directly in, and hopefully that works. But yeah, I'm going to do that later after this stream, and then I'll probably be doing a bunch of Donkey Kong stuff, D2K, DK Arcade, the original and Junior, all for Intellivision, obviously, and then I'm always doing the daily streams, usually mid-afternoon or early afternoon. I do a lunchtime stream or a daily stream on Rumble, and then I do a multi-stream usually in the evenings on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So
I always
all
say
under the same thing.
Nobody plays their Intellivision more than DJC.
It's getting crazy. I noticed the fan is at a higher volume now. I think the fan, because there's a cooling fan on mine, which is hilarious because of how much I play it. And I think it's ready to just fry out because it's like it used to just be like woo. Now it's like woo.
You need to get yourself a water cooled Intellivision. That'd be awesome.
Oh, nice. That sounds real nice.
All right. Does anyone else, before we close it out and I do the rest, go on to do the rest of the show? Does anybody else have anything that they want to talk about? Timmy?
No.
Parrots.
Nothing.
I've been feeling a little lonely lately. Is that? Can we talk about?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about ferrets?
I want to
Ferrets are so
interview
cute.
Michelle.
I like your videos on Facebook.
What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying that like Tim posts videos of his ferrets on Facebook sometimes. They're cute. I'm looking forward to meeting them. To get Michelle on your show, that would require an appearance fee, but it could be arranged. I'm not free, but I'm cheap.
All right, guys. Well, I thank you guys for coming on. Tim coming on and talking about Lumacode, and all of you guys for coming on and sharing your top 5 current homebrews. It was a lot of fun to talk about them. And I'm going to go ahead and do whatever news it was that we haven't talked about yet, which wasn't much, but a lot of it got brought up actually during the show. But we'll definitely get back sometime soon. And Tim, like you said you had a lot of things you want to talk about. We'll space it out. Let me know. We'll have you on. We'll play some games. If it's just you and I, we'll play some games and talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you all.
Great talking with you guys.
Thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
One more. Boop. All right. Big thanks to those guys for coming on and giving me some of their night. I really appreciate it. So I still have a few things to talk about, and hopefully people stick around. Personal update. So I like to do this one right at the beginning. Our house expansion's coming along. Have a funny side story. So last night about 10:30, I'm going to bed. I'm laying down, and I thought I was crazy. I'm hearing drip, 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 drip. I'm like, oh no, please do not tell me. It's 104 here yesterday. I'm like, please do not tell me my AC is overflowing into the drip pan and down to my ceiling. And I go upstairs, climb up the ladder. I'm on the second story, which is just a floor right now. And the whole side of my house is open. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is completely full of water. Water's coming over the overflow because the contractors forgot to hook up the emergency drain whenever they took it down to do the floor right there. So there's water everywhere. And I'm like on rafters. I don't want to fall through into my bedroom where my wife's still asleep at the moment and into the hallway. So I'm like sprawling out, wiping everything down. I finally go down and wake her up. She throws me up paper towels, cups, bowls. It took over 2 hours. I went to sleep at 1 something in the morning. And when I left, I had most of it done. It was still dripping. So I left the cups. I'm like, please don't overflow these by the morning. The contractors will be here. They'll fix it. And they did. But all night I kept waking up thinking, my God, I was having dreams about my house getting ruined and flooding. And I kept waking up looking at the clock. So I slept like crap. Coffee saved me today. So they've got it all fixed. Now we're going on. I'm hoping I see all the windows and the sliders in there. It all should be sealed up within the next few days. I'm guessing we might be waiting for an inspection. But once it's sealed up, they'll be doing outside stuff, inside stuff. Nothing will be open. So yeah, my AC is working extra overtime because it's literally in the attic, out in the open right now, sucking in hot air, dirty air. We're making that sucker work. My electric bill is going to be like $2,000 this month. I just know it. It just runs nonstop. But I'm not going to be hot and up here all red and sweaty for the show. I'm just not going to do it. Yes, that part is at the end. We talked about it earlier. I will get to that in just a second. So news. Let me pop it up. You know what? And I don't know that I even... Where did that go? I think I closed it out. I did. Let me see if this is going to work. It was there. It was buried. It was minimized. Technical difficulties. Let's see if this is going to work. It does. So first up, we're going to talk about the high score challenge. Not a whole lot of people. This was Space Spartans. I learned to play it, but I'm not very good at it. And I was gone all weekend. And like I said earlier, I've been having a crazy life this whole year, really. And it's going to be really crazy until PRGE when I get back. I'm hoping it slows down a little bit then. So top 5 people played Space Spartans. Kurt Kietsky, another win, 383,460. That's a nice win. Second was Romaine, 219,800. Third was Allen, 179,270. Michael Doherty with another score, 39,20. And fourth, and DJF participation. I'm assuming he didn't know how to play that one. He was trying to figure it out. I'm definitely not very good at it. I'm not sure where my score would have been, but it definitely wouldn't have been anywhere above 4th or 5th. So this week, playing Whitewater, which is one that I learned how to play on Chuck's channel, Astro Smash Mondays. That's how pretty much I got started on YouTube, going on as guests on other people's channels. And I thought, you know what? I'm a big collector. I like doing this kind of stuff. I'm having fun going on there. I need to start making videos. And that's pretty much how I got started. So if you guys have Whitewater or a way to play it, definitely go on. You just have to go to the Facebook group page, Intellivision Invasion. It's the largest Intellivision Facebook group there is by far. Go find the thread, which will be somewhere near the top. You can also click featured and find it easier. Kevin Schultz will have all the information, the art, the manual, and he'll tell you what you need to do if there's different ways you can play. I definitely love entering these contests whenever I have time. Whitewater, I know how to play. I wouldn't say I'm good at it at all, but I'm decent. All right, so what else do we have on the news here? Got to find it. A lot of people have been talking about this. So this happened right after my show. We found out the passing of Carl Mueller Jr. And, it was a sad time. He was a really good programmer. I didn't know him personally. I just know of his work. And he's definitely going to be missed in the community. He was way too young for something like that to happen. He did a lot of the Donkey Kong stuff, Miss Pac-Man. He worked on the first Intellivision emulator. He did some other stuff on other things like he wrote emulators for Game Boy Color and NES. He was working on some very cool stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. I'm just not going to because I don't know. But there was some really, really cool stuff he was working on and about to work on. And I just wanted, a lot of people have done lots of live streams in the last week. I just wanted to do a quick moment of silence for Carl, and then we'll move on. You will be missed, buddy. All right, that was for Carl. So Intellivision, where are we at here? I wanted to show a high score, and this is a game we were talking about earlier, and I cannot get anywhere near this. This was Crash 7. This is the one I was talking about when someone was over 15,000 points. 15,024. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a higher score at this point. I haven't seen him post it. So if someone has seen him post something in the groups, I haven't looked in several hours now because of work. When I'm on break, I'm catching up with the wife, the kids, important things that have had to go on. So, I'm not looking on Facebook as much either, as well as YouTube. When I hit a break, it's like I got to catch up with life, the important stuff. So this is a most impressive score as someone that's been in the 7,000 to 8,000, maybe close to 9,000 range. My gosh, he's like double what my score was. And that's not easy to get that far. I'm curious if it's like, if it relates, like, is that like an hour-long game? Because I know when I get where my high score is, it's about a half-hour game. So very, very well done, sir. You have by far the highest game that I know of. Let me take my name off there. We don't need to know who I am. We already know. All right, so what else we have here? Publisher news. Intellivision Revolution. They have a lot of their homebrew games listed on eBay. Often he will post a bunch up. They sell. Sometimes he's only posting a couple. Sometimes it's like 5 of them. Sometimes we even get 10. There are a lot of homebrews up there right now. So check out Cyber Carolina on eBay and see if you have any missing that you want to pick up. You've got newer type stuff and you've got some older games. And like I said earlier, be on the lookout for Aardvark and Castle of Death, 2 of my top favorites right now. They will be sold again. So if you've missed those, you are not out of luck yet. Next up, Electronite ROM sale. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So we've got, let me bring it up here. If you email electronite@hotmail.com and you're interested in Yars Revenge, Caverns of Mars, Miner 2049er, ROM packages, they're $5 each, or you can get all 3 of those I mentioned for $10. And those are going to come with box art front and back. They're going to come with the manual, digital overlay, and they're going to be in bin and config format. For those of you with different ways to play, sometimes that matters. Like, for instance, the PyRTO, you can't use a ROM. So that's a very good deal. If you like those games, I definitely suggest you pick them up. As he said earlier, what was the other game that you were saying in chat? AF is available. Oh boy, was that 11 or 12 something? If you're interested in AF, that is a very, very good shooter. Very well done. A lot of fun to play. Email him on that. And I'm sure, like he said before, anything that's been available anywhere before, he's willing to sell you the ROMs as well. He also has some complete in-box games. Send an email right there, electronite@hotmail.com. Let him know what you're looking for, and we'll see how he can help you. Yes, definitely. Email William. I'm a little behind on that one. Benville saying, thanks to Tim, Mike, and Chuck. Yeah, I always appreciate it. I love having on guests. I love sharing that. I love having different people on to talk about things. Like I said, expect to see more of Tim. He says he has lots of things he wants to talk about. And I said, just let me know, buddy. Anything Intellivision related, I'm glad to have people on. Sometimes I have like a schedule of things set. Sometimes I have very minimal. Work it in wherever it fits. I love having people on to chat Intellivision. I think that was in response to Carl. Yeah, it stinks. I don't know the details, but very sad. Heart goes out to his family and friends. I do know he was in Japan at the time. Far, far away. All right, what else we got here? No news from Intellivision Collector. I did reach out to Luke, but keep an eye out still for Montezuma's Revenge. I think it's going to be Game of the Year material. I'm not saying it's going to win. I say it's definitely going to be in the running. I have played the game at PRGE a couple years ago. It is very similar to like an Operation Cloudfire, another one of my favorite all-time Intellivision games. I mean, the game has multiple endings. I just love that game. So Montezuma's Revenge, watch for it from Intellivision Collector. There's other stuff in the works, and more details will come soon. Definitely watch for Papa Pete for new stuff, and I will have whatever I can get as well. And definitely once I hear about it, you guys will hear about it also, of course, like always. Went through all that. All right, mail call. The fun part. I get to open the boxes that have been piling up. And this is, I should have did this when Chuck was here. So these are koozies. When you were watching the live stream, this is from Chuck. He has beer koozies. Let me change that. Mail call. He was giving them away, whoever wanted them. And I got a couple colors. I think I got purple. It almost looks blue there. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but on my screen, it looks blue, but it's purple. Let me see if I can pop these up here. I've got this camera set up. Let's try it and see if it works. All right, so there we go. I don't know if my mic, I don't think you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm not quite sure on this one. All right, did you guys hear me talking just right now? Let me know if you hear me. I haven't thrown up that camera yet, so I'm not quite sure. Let me take off the banner. Again, if you guys missed the email, you can watch the replay or send me a message. I'm glad. Any questions you have, I'm pretty much know. If I don't know the answer, I know where to get the answer. I don't mind everyone reaching out to me. So definitely. All right, perfect. I wasn't sure. I've never thrown up just the phone. So I do have controller gameplay. So I do have this one, which uses a different camera to the side of me, but I haven't played with this one yet. My camera's a little off with the settings, and so I can hold the controller down here, and I'll be facing it like this. And then I have just this one. Now I know you can hear me. I can show some of this one here. I can show some of the mail call stuff. All right, so what else do I have? Another issue of Retro Gamer. I'm actually, to be honest, quite behind on these magazines. I love still getting a physical magazine. I get Old School Gamer and I get Retro Gamer. I get Crash, which is for for computers for the Spectrum, and I get the Next, which is a specific version of a modern FPGA console for the Spectrum. My buddy TJ Ferreira, he has his games on there. He does a lot of content. Look him up on YouTube. He's hilarious to watch. These magazines, they're great. What else? Just going to grab and go. So these I had a lot of way back, and I don't have a lot of them now. So I saw this one new, and the box was in pretty good shape. This is Intellivision 2nd edition, TV plug and play. I picked that up recently off eBay. This was something that was released recently at a show, and they had spares. So I saw a post from Rob Alvey and also Al of AtariAge, and said, if you're interested, this is a cool special edition. Pretty sure you can see that. There we go. It is a Pac-Man special edition for the Atari 7800. Maybe we'll open that up and play, show it off a little bit on at another time. Almost showed my address again. Don't want to do that to myself. So this is a special game that Mike's Gaming Gala had. I call it the MGG edition. There's some other stuff in here. This was something that Mike did a review on, and he said he would put his card that this was the special version of the game, the actual one he had. So I'm like, I'll buy that. This is Get 'em Gary. Oh boy, and I'm brain fart. This is for NES, right? I'm pretty sure this was NES. It's been a while. I'm almost positive that was NES. And this was from Good Deal Games, Michael. Not to be confused with Mike's Gaming Gala, who reviewed this exact copy in his video. Game looked fun. So I reached out to Michael when Mike said that, and I reserved the copy. What else is in here? What is this? I don't even know what this is. It's a list of names, like a whole bunch of paper. What else is in here? Ah, the Pinball Expo 25, a flyer. Cool. I know Mike went to that, and he did some videos on it, Mike's Gaming Gala. That was way too far for me. That's this year's. That's either last year's I was thinking about, or maybe they did one earlier in the year. But this one is October 15th and 18th in Schaumburg, Illinois. So I believe that's exact same time, except this one starts earlier as PRGE. Set this one aside. I think we got one more, which really isn't a mail call item, but I'm going to open it up anyway. This is from Ivory Tower Collections. These are my upgraded consoles. Woo, that's the invoice. Let me pop this down there. I'm going to hit everything. So this is my now fully gone through and upgraded Sega Master System. If you ever wonder how well Jesse packages things, very, very well. You don't have to worry about any of your stuff on the return trip. So this is my upgraded, not modded, upgraded Sega Master System console. And I'm not going to show everything here. This is my upgraded NES top loader, at least by the shape of it. And then the one I do want to show, we were talking about it earlier, and I'll use this other one for reference. This is my Lumacode Intellivision. There it is, HDMI power. There is the memory card, and there is the audio jack cord that comes out and plugs in to the Intellivision. And on this one, it's not the best looking case, but I wanted, because I didn't have one modded yet, upgraded. I'm still trying to get out of that word modded. Jesse doesn't like modded. So this is a Sears Super Video Arcade. So like I said, these consoles don't always look the best, but I've got fully upgraded. There you can see the port. Where is it? Right here. I'm going to have to do a video on it, set it up, and I want to compare. I have a pretty nice setup right now, and I want to compare the same game, same everything, do a video, and then kind of do a side-by-side comparison. I'm thinking they're going to be fairly similar, but the upside to this is I don't need a RetroTink 5X Pro, which is $300-something or anything similar. I can go right into my Elgato device and bring gameplay. I can take something like this downstairs, which is my goal. I want to have a console downstairs hooked up to the main TV, and I want to have, you know, one of these guys and just have a version of all my games down there where I can practice and maybe try to beat DJC and maybe try to beat Mike's score and others. If I have it downstairs, I'll be able to get away with playing a lot more Intellivision games than when I have to hide up here in the man cave / game room. For some reason, if I'm playing games downstairs, wife doesn't care. I come up here, she acts like I went out to the bar. I don't know what the difference is, but it's different to her. So thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate all the work you've done on numerous consoles of mine doing upgrades. It's well appreciated. Homebrew. So I have a homebrew game. Homebrew gameplay. Let me see. I guess this one will work. And we'll move into the homebrew highlight. So I did put out Mad Bomber. And Mad Bomber, this is not the homebrew highlight. I just put a video out on it. So basically it's like Kaboom. If you want to check that out, I do have the video in the playlist for homebrew gameplay. I will warn you, this is played on the disc. It took me a few games to, you can pick from different styles of controls. I picked the one where I go slower at the top, you know, like maybe 11 and 1, and then you go out like this, and then all the way out. When you're side to side 9 and 3, it goes really fast. I want to play with a spinner on these kind of games, but obviously I did try with my, you know, spinner. It's just not quite the same as a spinner. It's designed for the console. It does work. But if you try Mad Bomber, you're going to want to practice a little bit. Don't get frustrated. Once you learn the controls, you can do it quite well. Follow all 3 of them. Try them out. See which one you like. Let me catch up with chat now. I need an upgrade for my 2600. Jesse Ivory Tower Collections is definitely your guy for the 2600. That is his #1 console. Roger Matthew says, do you have an upgraded Sega Genesis, Casey? I might be interested in one. Love that system. Although I don't think I have an upgraded console yet. I have one back here in the play area. I have the console. I believe it's the Model 2 Genesis, the newest one, if you can say new for Genesis. And I have the CD add-on, ton of controllers. It's all set up, play back there on one of the TVs, but I don't think I have an upgraded one yet. I'm slowly getting it. My favorite are, you know, Gen 2 and Gen 3. So I focus there, but eventually I will get a lot more done. Then the NES was, and the Master System, that was something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. Oh, my throat's dry. I talked a lot of work today. We had 4 new guys start, or 4 new people, sorry. One was a lady. And what we do the first week is they just not walk around. They move around to different stations, and they meet us, we meet them, we visit a little bit, we show them what we do in our areas. And for all week, they're just going to rotate around to different areas and meeting everyone. So I had all 4 of them. So I was talking like nonstop for 4 hours of the day, which I'm not used to. I'm not used to that. So when I train someone, especially when you're talking all day for weeks, I go hoarse. I just can't talk that much. Benville says the Genesis is awesome. Wish I had one back in '89. I didn't have one right when they came out, but it was fairly close after. I had Super Nintendo, and then right after I got that, I had the Genesis as well. And Super Nintendo was my favorite of the two, but I would get all the exclusives on the Genesis. But Super Mario World, man, I love that game. That was just my game. Roger says it's because when you're in your cave, she doesn't have easy access to you, Casey. My wife's the same when I'm out of my shop. Yeah, I would imagine it'd be this, because now that I think about it, I never thought about it. When I have an RC pit trailer and it's got AC in it, everything's set up nice. I've got a TV, I've got a stereo. I go out there when I do my other hobby, racing RC cars, and I work on them out there. I've got the bench, all the tools, and it's the same thing. If I'm out there, yeah, you're right. If she can't walk into the room and talk to me, tell me something that comes up to her mind, I don't think she likes it. But she does her stuff too. It's like she'll have to get used to it. She just doesn't like it. It might be a little easier now because, let me see how I point this way. This way here, we're going to have a hallway, a door, and then a hallway, and then her room will be over there, all her craft stuff. So she'll be up there doing her stuff. I'm going to have to get one of those on the air signs so she doesn't walk in right when I'm live. Or recording for that matter. All right, what else we got here? Homebrew highlight. So I haven't opened mine yet. You guys have seen it. I've played it. I got the ROM before it was out. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate that. I was showing it off. I helped promote it. I had what I like. I thought it was a pretty cool trailer. I did a little trailer for the game. That took a couple hours, but it was fun to do. And let's open up mine and show off inside the box. I don't know if you guys have seen it on anyone else's. I've seen a little bit of it, but I haven't opened mine yet. I used to never do this. If I had a sealed game, I had to buy two, and then I would play one of them. But now I open them all, so I can show you guys. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Don't want to bend it back too far, but I need to show you guys. So here, make sure. Look at that. That is beautiful. So let's get everything out, and then we'll show you the box. Here is the cart. Road Fighter. For those of you that don't know, I didn't know, this is an arcade port, and I had never played it before. I've seen it. I've watched YouTube videos on it. But have you guys played Road Fighter, the arcade game from the early 80s, early to mid 80s? There is the color manual, everything you need to know. Like the first thing, once I read the manual, there's 3 different types of cars, 2 trucks. The blue ones, they're racers just like you. They're the ones that take off at the beginning. They don't really come at you. Family sedans are green. They're kind of on Sunday drives. It says, they leave you alone. And then the pink ones, or what appears to be pink, they're GT cars. Keep your distance. They always come after you. They try to crash you. And then there's 2 trucks. There's 9 stages, and you do laps. It just keeps getting harder and harder. And the cars will change their characteristics, which really fooled me the first time it happened after 25 minutes of thinking they were going to do a certain way. But man, this was my number 1 and my current top 5 homebrews that I've been playing. It's not an easy list to get on, and I love racing games. I love this game. Well done. Well done. Let's show you one of the overlays. Nice. Hot rod there. I'm going to try that press 9 whenever we show you. I'm going to see. And then let's check out the inside of the box is the best part. I love the way they do a lot of these games now. You've got a bunch of game artwork inside. I just think when you open it up and you see all that, it just looks amazing. I love that. So I have the ROM, but we're going to play the actual cart. I like playing carts. Most of the time I do. Let's show you guys some Road Fighter. We're going to try and see if 9 still works at the title screen. All right, gameplay. You guys aren't going to hear this one too well. I'll turn it up a little bit. As soon as I get a few minutes, that is the last thing I need to do. I need to do my virtual audio, and things will be a lot better for playing all these games. I can quickly adjust the audio sounds and get them right. So let's try 9. Oh, it's there. Look at that. I wonder... I don't think Keith does stuff like that when he does high scores, but I wonder... He says he found something, and I assumed he meant gameplay. Something he found in gameplay. But yeah, the cheat is still there. If you push 9, no collision. I'm not going to show you that because I want to show you the game. Lots of color options. Look at all these different color cars. You can pick your favorite color. Red is my color. So easy. You have auto accelerate and auto skid recovery. You go to normal. Auto accelerate is on, but auto skid recovery is off. And hard, all of the aids are off. So I don't like hard because unless I'm missing something, I have to push up for throttle, and then I have to turn left and right. I don't like the dual action. So I have been lately, easy's a little easy. I like having a little more control. I've been playing on normal. And that's auto accelerate. I push a button for the brake, and auto skid recovery. Whenever you hit something, you let off the throttle, hit the button, and you get yourself out of it without wrecking or sliding off and wrecking, rather. So we're going to try normal. Hopefully you guys can hear that at least a little bit. So they're going to take off. Those are the guys you're racing against. The pink ones there, they're the ones that come after you. Oh, I forgot normal. They shoot out right away. I had totally forgot about that. I've only played normal a couple times, starting off anyway. So it gets kind of narrow. You have to pick up gas there. On the right, you're going to see your checkpoints. You'll see the red circle and the white bar. That is where... I might not make it to a checkpoint. I might have to go back to easy, talking and playing. Give me a second here. I want to at least show you a checkpoint, preferably. And we're getting close. Oh, right as I went empty, I got a gas. Woo! I wouldn't have made it. So your gas is lower right. As you get hit or you go, it'll use up gas. Look at that. Checkpoint screen. That is awesome. On Intellivision, man. Oh, right away. Oh! So I was able to use skid recovery. On easy, I would have hit the wall there. Pretty much on the pink cars, whatever side you're on when they come on the screen, whatever side you're on, they're going to go to that side. Like there, I would have crashed if I was on easy. So once you learn that, it's a little easier, but sometimes when the track's moving, you can't go the other way. Like you're just stuck. You better slam on the brakes and hope you can stop. About to hit a checkpoint. There's another one. What's up, Timmy?
Oh, hey.
I just saw your text.
I got my LTO flash working, and I wanted to show you my 5th homebrew.
Ah, okay. Hey, where's pause there? There we go. So clear is pause, and it'll show your score. Go back and forth, game pause, and your score. So let me go ahead and give you... William's guessing it. Got your LTO working? He knew. Okay, let me give you the screen here for a second. There you go. Falling down? What is this?
This is a program I was working on 15 years ago.
Ah.
So it's a port of a 2600 game called Fall Down.
I was gonna say the gameplay looks familiar.
And this is all I've ever done.
Right there. So
yeah,
what
there's
made you
nothing more
not,
to this?
What made you not finish it? Like, did you just get onto other things? Did you get
Yeah,
stuck?
I got onto other things. I really should finish it. It's so close to being done.
So is this 2-player only, I'm assuming, by the white character?
The Atari 2600 version has a really good AI player.
And what is this done in?
This is written in assembly.
So you're talking like machine code?
Yeah.
Woo! That's the stuff that not many people know how to do, right?
Yeah, I get the feeling that a lot these days is written in NT Basic.
Most things are.
But not everything. I had a just an inkling to write some assembly for. Oh, you can bump them. I forgot.
Yeah, you threw them right down the hole.
That's part of the game.
Blocking each other.
Part of the game. Yeah, part of the game is anyway, bumping into everybody. But you know, I've never shown this publicly. I think I've posted a few videos or ROMs back on a mailing list, but I'm really proud of what I did so far, and I just got the inkling to show it off today. And when my LTO flash was giving me trouble, I was so mad. Oh man.
Yeah, I was wondering because I knew you were working on something, and then I was like, what was he doing?
I haven't touched this in 16 years.
So how do you win? Is there like a score thing, or do you just?
Yeah, there's a score thing. If you get pushed past the top of the screen, you die, and then you have lives to go through.
Okay, so like you have X amount of lives, and if you miss getting down the hole a few times, then it would be game over. Or does it ever end, or does it just go until one person dies?
It goes until one person dies.
Okay, so if two people are good at this game,
like
Mike talked about earlier, it could be a 5-minute game or it could be 45 minutes.
Yeah, if two people are really good, it could be a 45-minute game.
Now, my next question is this a pattern that is always the same, or is this a random where the hole is?
It's random, but I'm using the random from exec, so I don't know how random it is.
Okay. But you're not going to see the same pattern every game is what I mean.
Right. It's going to be different.
Interesting.
Yeah, you should. The Atari 2600 version is free. You should be able to find it and download it.
I've seen it because whenever I was looking at this go, I'm like, I've seen this somewhere. I didn't know what though.
Yeah,
when you said the 2600,
AJ and I played this on our show.
Maybe that's where I've seen it. In fact,
but not the Intellivision version.
Oh yeah, you played the 2600 version.
Yeah, I should put a poll on my website. Who wants me to finish this?
Oh yeah, let me know when you do. I'll share that and be like, everyone vote yes.
Anyway, thanks for letting me show it. Thanks for letting me back on. I appreciate it.
That's awesome. I'm glad you got it working.
By the way, the trick was to plug it into an Intellivision and connect while the power to the Intellivision is on.
Ah. So if anyone else out there listening or watching later has issues with their LTO, plug it in, turn on the console, then try it.
Yeah, apparently there can be sometimes a power issue when it's only over USB. So USB is complicated.
So if you finish this, are you able to talk about like what you would plan on doing to it, or what is the finishing it entail?
Probably selling it to a publisher if I polish it up real nice.
William says very cool, and then he says make one player Mario and the other Wario. You gotta have the running, man.
Yeah, I would have to get rid of the running man. I'd want to do something unique. Just that animation is just so awesome.
Yes. I would like to beat Mike at this. Yeah, you
I
should.
love
put
the
up
little
that-
slowdown it does. What was that?
So definitely post up and say, who would want to see this finished and released?
I mean, people enjoy Fall Down. They probably enjoy this on the Intellivision. Of course, it's
You
got to have
should-
music. It's got to have scoring.
Yep.
It's got to have variations. The details are always the hardest part.
Yes. You should play this with AJ.
Well, like I said, we did the 2600 version, but if I did finish it, I would definitely play it with AJ. I believe she beat me on the 2600 version, so maybe I'm not keen to finishing it.
The rare win for AJ. I like the Running Man. I'm fond of the Running Man, that's why.
Yeah, there's a part of me that would keep the Running Man as a secret key press.
On the 2600 version, I don't remember. Can you drop down before you see the next platform?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
go all the way to the bottom and wait for the platform to reveal itself.
And there's not any obstacles or anything, right? It's just in the hole to the next level.
In the 2600 version, there are no obstacles, but there are power pellets that give you extra points.
Ah.
And it comes with like a ton of variations. Like there's a variation where you can't go from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. So
Just
if you're
right.
if you're way over here,
Yeah, can't cross over.
Can't cross over. There's variations where the players can go through each other, and there's variations where they can't go through each other. They bounce off each other.
Very cool. I hope you finish it because I want to try it.
Yeah, it deserves to be finished. I got this far. Why not go the rest of the way?
Yeah, machine code, that's no joke from what I've heard. I mean, obviously I have no clue, but I know enough to know that that's no joke and that's not easy for people to do. We started getting a lot more homebrew games with Inti Basic because your average programmer could do it.
I found a bug just now.
I was going to say, the guy's gone.
Where'd he go? What happened?
Was he like right in the middle of crossing over and then disappeared?
Yeah.
Are you trying to move? Can you move him with the other controller?
Yeah, I can. I don't have another controller plugged in at the moment.
Ah, okay. It's like, I don't know if he's off the screen. What about pushing through sideways?
I'd have to be at the top.
Yep, just gone.
Just gone. All right, that's it for me.
All right, sir. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. I wish it would have worked earlier, but other guys could have saw it. But I'm glad I got to see it.
How many viewers are left?
There was like 16 to 20, but it's whenever you get this late, a lot of the guys on the East Coast, they're going to sleep, and I know that. So the early stuff, that's why I do it this way. When I have guests on, sometimes they're East Coast like Mike, and everyone comes on, everyone's watching, and then I do the rest of the show at the end. If people drop off, it's okay. So a lot of people catch up too. I see the views. The next few days will go. So, well, definitely keep me posted on that, and we'll have to.
I will.
We'll have to. Another thing that you can talk about and come on the show. We can talk about it and show it off whenever you are ready.
Yeah, I should bump it up to the top of my list. I need to write a game for something. I was hoping it would be a Coco, but nothing wrong with Intellivision.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, you let me know and we'll do it.
All right.
All right.
Bye
thank
for
you.
good.
All right. We'll see you soon. I almost kicked myself off there. I almost hit leave studio instead of I can still see him down there. I almost kicked myself out of the studio instead of dropping him out. That would have been a new one. I've never done that before, or at least I don't think I have. Okay, let's go back. Let's finish a little more of this. Again, this is just a quick show off the game. I'm not going to play too much, but this was my number one, and I do have videos, several videos out, in fact. Oh, the water slows you down, doesn't wreck you, but it does slow you down, which that can be bad when you're near empty on the fuel tank. You don't want to hit that. I find this one to be the easiest one. You're just on a bridge, but I can tell you when you get pretty far, it's not quite as easy. We're almost to the checkpoint. We'll call it there. You can unlock levels. Eventually, when you get good enough, there are screens where you can get, based on how well you did, screens pop up. I don't want to do spoilers. Let me pop back over here. I don't flash you guys with the blue screen. This is one of the games. It's weird. The Intellivision games, you ever found where like you play one game and you have to like turn the volume way up to be the same level another game, then you turn on another game and it's super loud because you didn't turn it down? Well, this is one game where I have to turn it way up, and if I happen to switch to one of the games that's really loud after this one, it's really loud. You guys don't hear it all. I have auto adjust on the mic, but it blows my ears. All right, so let me see. I got some cool stuff I wanted to show on eBay, but I didn't pop that screen up. So give me a quick second here. Let me see if I can bring my eBay up. There's some really rare, really cool stuff right now. Okay, are we on mine? Yes, we are. Watch list. Okay, let me pull it over now. Web pages. So this is Bandai console, complete in box. The box isn't mint, but this is a very nice. I paid a lot. Oop, where we go here? A lot more than this for my used one. I think my used one was like $400, maybe a little more. I got it several years ago now. There's the box. Again, not mint. Not bad. Comes with everything there. These are the consoles that came out in Japan. Then we've got this. I don't like the price. I don't think the price is right, but it would already be gone if it was. But this demonstration cartridge, the blue label, you just don't see these all the time. And there's no even make offer. So I don't know if they're going to lower it eventually. I like to think that won't sell at that price, but it's a very cool item. And you just don't see it very often. There's a patch too. I didn't have that on here, but since I'm looking at it, this was for Pitfall, Activision Explorers Club. You had to get a certain amount of points, and you could take a picture of the screen, and they would send you patches. I think I have all of the Intellivision patches at this point. There are a lot of Atari ones. I didn't earn any back in the day. I didn't even know that existed. So this is kind of cool. This is not a dirty magazine, if anyone's wondering. This is Australian. Let me show you why that's in here. I've been thinking about buying it. So there is an Intellivision article, and I've never seen this before. I took a screenshot of it, and I can read it, but there's some down there at the end that I can't quite see, and then there's the picture. So there is an Intellivision article in this Australian magazine, post October 6, 1983. That's the only part that has Intellivision in it right there, but I thought that was cool. I've been thinking about buying it. It's $20 USD, and then shipping. I've never seen that before. So it's not just an ad, it's an actual article. Home video games have frequently been referred to as the addiction of the 80s. And I read some of it, not all of it, because I can't quite read that backside here. I might just buy it because I want to read it and I want to have it. I try to collect everything in Intellivision, and that one I don't have. There's one other thing I wanted to show you, and let me see. I didn't see it right there. Let me see if I can find it. Watch list. Search my watch list. printer. Alexa, stop. I know I'm going late when that alarm goes off. So this is a super rare item. Again, this is not even a buy it now. This price, again, I like to think it's way too high, but it only takes 1 or 2 people for something to go way up. $1,200 is a lot. This is a printer cable for the keyboard component to hook to the printer, and I'll show you the printer too, because there's one of those on eBay for $10,000. These are super rare items. I only know a few people that have one of these. I really, really, really want it, but with everything I've got going on, I can't do it. That's a lot, and it calls for me because I know how rare it is, but I just can't do it. So let's see if the Intellivision printer, I have it on my watch list. I've been watching it for, I think, over a year. There it is. This was the printer, and there are other versions of this that aren't branded Mattel, and they go dirt cheap. The only thing is this is made for Intellivision with that printer cable we just showed you, and it has Mattel Electronics. Let me show you right there. Mattel Electronics, that little badge right there and the port to hook up to that cable, that's what makes it worth a lot of money. Most people value this couple thousand. I've messaged back and forth. I know that outside of eBay, he's willing to come down quite a few thousand, but it's still, it's way overpriced. But if you're a collector and you've got extra dough, I've only ever seen this one. So, you know, I haven't bought it. That tells you something. It's just like every day I see that in my list, I'm like, oh, I would want that on my shelf, but I just can't bring myself to pay what he's wanting outside of eBay even, let alone this. But some very cool items. I think those were the only ones I want to show you. Got a few bonus ones in there. YouTuber highlight. So let me go to my YouTube account real quick. Used to show you guys a little bit of the videos, and oh boy, wrong one. I forgot about that. Intellivision Collector. Now I'm doing that. All right, so I'm going to go here. It's a roundabout way. I'm going to go to my channel. And if you go to playlists, I have lots of different things. Member-only videos. Members have access to these. Mostly what I've done so far is all the videos that I do put out, they release whenever I finish them, and members get to see them until their release date. Right here, Intellivision Video Highlights. So if you click on that, all the newest ones are going to be on top, and I keep all of them in here. So anything I think is cool, or, you know, that I think you should watch in television related, commercials sometimes are in here, whatever I saw that week. So this week I have Norseman 2 for Intellivision from Mike's Gaming Gala. I have Save Rickster cakewalk level walkthrough, and I have Papa Pete's Remembering Carl Mueller Jr. He did a video on that. So those are the 3 new ones. If you go check them out, definitely. Here is DJC for Road Fighter. So definitely go check that playlist out and see if anything strikes your fancy. The other one I want to show you, I'm up to 101 videos for original 125 games. So if you're interested to see what any of them look like, you can come check them out here. There's a few that I don't know how to play yet. I need to learn how to play them. Every once in a while I add one. I have been focusing more on the Homebrews. And those, where are those? Here they are. I have up to 75 videos for Homebrews, and I have 200 and something behind me. So I am making some ground. The newest one, like I talked about earlier, is Mad Bomber. Definitely check it out. Don't be frustrated by the controls. If you try it, it takes a little bit to get it down. That's for sure. All right. I believe that's all I've got for tonight, guys. Showed all the mail calls, showed everything. We had a lot going on tonight. We're 2 hours and 50 minutes in. Not bad. I went a lot longer, that's for sure. I'm going to call it a night, but I do have something very cool next week. So that's going to do it for tonight's show. I want to thank Tim for coming on and talking about Lumacode and his experience with it and what he likes and suggests. I want to do a big thanks for Tim, DJC, and Mike once again for coming on. And it's one thing if I get on here and say, hey, these are my top 5 favorite games, and I play them, but it's a lot more fun to have that live discussion when you have panel members and hear what other people say about your choices and what their choices are. I really like the panel shows whenever you're talking about things like that. So I want to thank those guys for coming on. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming on live. And for those of you that are going to catch up, I appreciate you all. I only do this to try to help keep Intellivision going and spread the word. That's why I focus on just Intellivision. And next week, we're going to have an interview. We're going to have a Blue Sky Ranger on. We're going to have Steve Ettinger. He's going to come on. We're going to ask him questions. We're going to take questions from chat. I'm going to play some of his games. I'm not sure if he has a way to play easily. Maybe we can play Chip Shot Golf is one of the games he programmed. He has a very storied career with Intellivision, and we're going to talk to him. I definitely suggest coming in here. If we, like I said, if we have questions, you guys have questions, we're going to throw them all out there to Steve. He's a fun guy. I met him at PRGE. You've seen him on Papa Pete, his videos. Steve is great. So I'm looking forward to that next week. And I want to thank Steve in advance for taking time to come on the show. I appreciate it. So again, on your way out, hit the like button if you haven't already. Check out my playlist if you want to see Homebrews, if you want to see original 125 games. I do have some other videos. We're going to work on some controller videos coming up soon. I have a ton of controllers. I pretty much buy everything I find, and I want to do a show in the next couple months showcasing all the controllers and pros and cons of each one. So that's going to be a fun show. And if you guys are new here and you like Intellivision content, consider subbing to the channel. It's all I do. It's my passion, my love, my biggest collecting addiction. And, definitely one of the places to be. There's not a lot of us that do Intellivision. You got DJC, Papa Pete, Cyrus will play some games. You've got Mike's Gaming Gala, of course. I know I'm going to screw something up and miss people. And we got Brian's Man Cave. There's only a handful of us. Retro Bliss, if I didn't say him, he'll play Intellivision games now and then. Rick, I know I'm Intellivision dude. I just happened to see him down there from one of our old head-to-head playlists. If I forgot anyone, I'm sorry, it wasn't intentional. But there's only a handful of us that specialize and show off Intellivision content. I suggest supporting them all, and show some love to all these guys that put out Intellivision and keep something that an old console that we love from our history alive. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Big thank you, and I will see you guys next week. I don't have anything coming out during the week, so we will see you next Monday with Blue Sky Ranger Steve Ettinger.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay, he's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall, interviews and insights. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of retro intuition. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intelli-rocker burning with the flame. YouTube's his stage, says brothers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console.